Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Anfield Index. It's Liverpool, Southampton in the Carabao Cup. Round of 32, first round, third round, whatever you want to call it. The Carabao Cup is back. No sides won this competition more times than Liverpool, and officially our campaign kicks off today. We are at home to a travelling Southampton side, a side who it feels like we play every season in this competition, or in some sort of cup competition. We had the FA Cup a few years ago. We had the League Cup last season. But once again, Southampton are making the trip to Anfield. Liverpool, the side that reached the final last season, missing out on literally the last hurdle, losing to Newcastle. The side that won it the season before. The side that has won it more times than anyone, kicks off today. No, I am not Jack. I am filling in for this one. Do not worry, he will be back soon. He will be back here full time. I'm just filling in the stopgap. I'm not as good looking and I'm not as charismatic. So, and I'm only saying this because I know that he's in the studio. So there's going to be some favoritism coming on from there. But yes, we are ready. I'm really excited as well. I've never done a watch along. First one ever. And I've been dying to do one for a long time. So thank you so much to Anfield Index for letting me come on here and speak waffle about Liverpool for the next 2 hours. If you haven't done it already, click like and subscribe. It's been incredible the amount of support that the page has been getting, the channel's been getting. Make sure you go check out all the Substacks, all the latest content. There's been videos with Jan Molby recently, David Lynch coming. There's been so much stuff going on over the past few days. And there's even more coming up, so just get involved. Stephen says, hi Lewis, how are you doing tonight? I'm very good. I'm excited for this match. I am so excited. The Carabao Cup, right? It's one of those things that so many people will sit there and they will slate and say, oh, it's Mickey Mouse competition. It's something that's not important. There's no treble in 2001 without us winning the Carabao Cup. There is no such thing as the quadruple without you winning the Carabao Cup. It is a trophy. It is silverware. It's not as prestigious as the FA Cup. It's nowhere near as prestigious as the league title or the Champions League. I'll grant you that. But it's a trophy. It's a big trophy. It's a major piece of silverware. And it's something which every single season I am excited to see happen because we get to see a big change in the squad. We get to see players that we're not used to seeing. We get to see players that we're not used to seeing in the main team. People who have a real chance to assert themselves, prove themselves in Liverpool's first team squad. And that is no different tonight. We have a very, very changed Liverpool squad. There is a banner getting worked on at the moment so that I can present to you the full team that's coming out today. It's pretty much the side that you would have expected to see. It's this we didn't expect Arne Slot to come out here and ring out a minimum of changes. We didn't think that Salah was going to be involved. We didn't think Van Dijk was going to be involved, or Alisson, or all the big hitters. It is a very rotated side, which I'll put up for you shortly. LAFK says you'll never walk alone. Look, I'm excited. I'm very excited. I think the Carabao Cup, as a competition, it is one of those things that, like I said, it can be sneered at. It can be looked at in a derogatory way. And it does feel like one of those competitions that if you win it, brilliant. It's a major piece of silverware. If you go out of it, a lot of people will just turn around and say, yes, it's a minor trophy. It's a small fish in a big pond. It's not. It's a trophy. It's silverware. It's just as important as anything that you can win domestically. Not the league, as I said, but it's still a trophy. Liverpool have won it more than United, than City, than Arsenal, anyone. So it's really exciting times. Stephen says, I'm excited for the Liverpool game tonight. Arne Klopp. I like the name. That's sick. All right, lads, up the Reds. Yeah, I mean, let me know your thoughts on the team. I'll get it up for you in a moment. And let me know as well your thoughts on we're going to discuss all things Liverpool. We're going to talk about the Southampton match, the League Cup. We can talk about the Ballon d'Or results, the sham that they were. This is going to be a fun time. It's an exciting time. The League Cup matches always feel a little bit like not that the pressure's off because we want to win every match, but you can sort of just relax, take a step back. It's like when we were in the Europa League a few seasons ago, where the group stage matches, they just felt like a sort of breathe, like a sort of come down from the league and the stress and everything that was going on around us. The Carabao Cup, the early rounds feel like that when you're playing a side that's not, if this was a City or an Arsenal or even a United or anything like that, the pressure, the situation around it would be a lot more intense. against the Southampton team, a newly relegated Southampton team, a Southampton team that have only won one of their first 6 matches in the Championship. They've drew 3, lost 2, currently 19th in the Championship. And like I said, there's been a lot of changes to their management. Obviously, Will Still's come in. There's been a lot of rejuvenation in their squad, a lot of changes in the Liverpool squad. It's a great opportunity for us to sit back, assess players who we don't normally get to see a lot of, and go from there and see who can maybe force their way into the Premier League squad, see who can really make a name for themselves in the first 11. And yeah, and as you can see on the bottom, put on by Jack. Thank you, Jack, by the way, for that. We have the starting 11. So in goal is Mamadashvili. I think that's something a lot of people thought was going to happen. It's his first team debut for us, apart from pre-season. Jeremy Frimpong back in the squad, Joe Gomez, Giovanni Leoni's debut, also Andrew Robertson, Wataru Endo, Trenioni, Federico Chiesa, Curtis Jones, Rio and Leoni, and Alexander Isak getting another start, getting a lot of fitness. And on the dance, we've got Bradley Dans, Ekitike, Gordon, Kirkes, Morrison, Pilling, and Williams. That is Reece Williams. You're not going mental. He's somehow on the bench. He's still a part of this squad. But Reece Williams, who I think is 20... Is he 25, 26 now? He's something ridiculous like that, is making the Liverpool bench, which is nuts. But there's a lot of players in that first 11 who I think we're excited to see. I think a lot of people are excited to see Rio and Leoni, of course. And that's what Arne Klopp says there. I think Rio shows his worth tonight. We got our first look at Giovanni Leoni since he's made the move to Liverpool, and he's had 6 games so far, 7 if you count the Community Shield, to adapt, to see how we want to play, to see how he fits in. He's bided his time. He's been told by Slot, look, you're going to wait till we play the League Cup, and then you're going to get into this squad. And now he makes his first appearance, which is incredible to see. I'm really, really excited. And John Kay says that he's 24 years old, and then says Reece Williams is being put into the window for the lower league teams. I've given up hope of us getting any kind of fee for Reece Williams at any point. I think if we didn't get anything off him for the 2020-21 season, where did he go on loan the next season? Was it Scotland, or he went to like a lower league? Might have been Bristol. I can't remember exactly. But if we didn't get anything for him then, I highly doubt being on the bench for our first match of the Carabao Cup is going to do him any kind of favours. But yeah, Reece Williams is in the team. But the one that we're all talking about, of course, is Alexander Isak. Started against Atletico Madrid, had a decent game, a decent one, so to speak. The link up with Wirtz was there. There was a bit of a connection there with him and Florian Wirtz. He was really getting involved. There was nice 1-2s to them. He was getting off a few shots. Came on against Everton, didn't do a vast amount, but he's still acclimatizing to his new environment, playing with brand new players, actually playing in a title-pushing team, but we won't mention that. And he's also had to come in with no preseason, or very little preseason. Obviously, he had the solo sessions at Real Sociedad. He had the individual training at Newcastle. But this is his first sort of taste of proper competitive first-team football in a long time, bar Sweden. And it's going to take him time to acclimatise. And I think the decision to put him on in this match, a start for him in a cup game, in a match where he can really showcase his talents, maybe get his confidence going, maybe get his feel, get his bearings at Anfield against the Southampton team, 19th in the Championship. It's a real opportunity for him to get a couple goals under his belt, to really assert himself and to showcase why we've signed him. We've known why we have. We've spent a lot of money on him. We know his qualities, but this is a real positive opportunity. And that's why I'm a little bit shocked that there's no Florian Wirtz in this team. There's no Florian Wirtz on the bench. There's no Florian Wirtz in the starting 11. I thought he might have had the same sort of match renaissance. It would have been a great opportunity for him to get some confidence going against the side who really are struggling at the moment, going through a lot of change with the new manager, etc., etc. And as Eddie says, it's our Lord from above, Eddie Gibbs. Thank you, Eddie. Aberdeen, it was Aberdeen, so I was right with Scotland. But yeah, he went to Aberdeen. He was at Morecambe at one point. It's not worked out for Reece Williams, but Wirtz is on the bench. Am I being nuts? Is he on the bench, or am I going mental? I thought he wasn't even in the team. No, he's not. Wirtz isn't on the bench. Woodman, Kirkes, Bradley, Ekitike, Williams, Gordon, Morrison, Peeling, and Dans. So I'm going to verify this, but I'm pretty sure Wirtz isn't on the bench for today's match. Someone saying he isn't in the team. I'm confused. I don't think he's in the squad. I'm pretty sure he's not anyway. I mean, I'm not there, so I don't really know. Philip Biddle says, big up Lou. Thank you very much. Interested to see how Leoni does in his first game for us. No, I am too. I'm really, really excited. And I've done a lot of research on Giovanni, as everyone has at that point where we signed him. Very tall, very physical player, very composed on the ball. He's able to distribute from the back. Look, I think a lot of people are viewing Giovanni Leoni as the sort of the heir apparent to Van Dijk. Not that he's at that level, of course, but he's a very tall player in a similar fashion. His defensive work is very similar to Van Dijk in that he doesn't overexert himself. He's confident with his positioning. He's capable of playing in a back three when one of our fullbacks goes forward. He's very able to... what's the word? He can adapt to his surroundings. And I think that a lot of people are viewing Giovanni as that long-term Van Dijk replacement, so to speak, when Van Dijk does inevitably leave. And I'm interested today to see if he does play on the left-hand side or the right-hand side of centre-back. I'm pretty sure it's on the left, so that tells you all you really need to know. But I'm excited for him. It's a big opportunity for him. He hasn't got a lot of first-team experience, but he made the Italy squad recently. He's come to the Premier League with a bit of a reputation from Serie A after only realistically one major full season in the top flight of Italy to his name. He's a big name there for a reason. There's a reason why Juve were being linked. There's a reason why Inter Milan were being linked beyond the Italian links. I'm excited to see what he can bring to this squad as a whole. And this game today is a real opportunity against the Southampton team, who maybe aren't on the best run of form, definitely, but they are still, in some cases, a very dangerous side. There's a few worrying signs from them. Ryan Manning has obviously got 2 goals from this season, starting 6 matches. He is their top scorer, absolutely. But the way that Southampton are trying to play through will still, it's all about progressive play. Ryan Manning has 44 progressive passes this season. Beyond him, Shea Charles, 38. Tyler Harwood-Bellis is not in the Southampton starting 11 today. He's on the bench currently, which is a big bonus for us. In fact, of this Southampton team, the side that last played against Hull City, the side which lost 3-0, I believe only 3 of the starting 11 in this match today featured in Southampton's latest match. So, there's big change for them as well. The issue is I don't know enough about Southampton starting 11 to tell you whether they've started their strongest squad against Hull or they've saved it for us. I feel like they have sort of, they're aiming for higher in the Championship. Maybe this match is being viewed as a bit of an obstacle they just need to get past. I'm hoping that's sort of the sense, because last season, Southampton, despite all their change, despite everything that was going on with Russell Martin, the failing Rangers manager currently, they gave us a few good games last season. We scraped them in the League Cup, coincidentally, 2-1, thanks to goals from Nunez and Elliott. And in the league as well, Southampton gave us good football, but this is a very different Southampton team. That's a very different side. It's a team that is not playing that philosophy of Russell Martin, which seemed to cause us headaches. Will Still's coming in with his own identity. It doesn't seem to be quite working, but we should never underestimate these sides. We all remember what happened in 2010. Very, very different circumstances, like chalk and cheese. But these things can happen. We all remember Bradford beating Chelsea. That was a really big one as well. I mean, Wigan, Man City, FA Cup final. These results can happen. But yeah, Eddie says my team sheet incorrect. Then I'd love to know your team sheet if Verts is involved, because I really, really wanted Verts to be in this squad. Verts looks like he needs to bulk up a bit for the Prem. Quality player. He's just getting bullied at the moment. And yeah, that is the problem with him. And Klopp today coming out and saying, look, just give yourself time because others will give you time. I'm not sure I necessarily agree with that. In the modern game in particular, people are just so... They demand instant gratification. Like if a player comes in, doesn't score in his first 2-3 matches, it's 003, 004, not realizing that there's more to a player than just putting it in the back of the net. Like football isn't just all about goals, and people need to realize that with Verts. Against Atletico Madrid, I thought he had a great game, but people will come out afterwards and say, didn't score, didn't assist. Who's bothered? Look, as long as he's contributing, as long as he's making an impact, that's fine by me. He will get better. He needs to get better. But people need to stop jumping the gun a bit too soon. I'll have a tenner on Gomez going off injured in the first half. Nope. Let's not wish that into existence. None of that. No more of that nonsense coming in. I think Vert is going to need a season a bit like Grav did. I hope he doesn't need it, though. Yeah, that's a great... It's a good shout with Grav. But I think Grav was being played... The issue is Vert is being played in the formation, the position that suits him. Gravenberch was trying to play in that position, the sort of number 6 box-to-box midfielder. It's not necessarily his play style. He wants to be deeper. I don't know. I agree with the sentiment, though. I hope he doesn't need it, but I think it's just slightly different. It's different managers as well. Like, the reason Gravenberch's thriving so much now is because Slot's got a hold of him and he's made him into this top quality number 6. Whereas when he was under Klopp, that's why he was struggling. Whereas Wirtz it's Slot. Like, he's got to find a way to make him work. He's playing his preferred style in the preferred formation, system and position. It's just not clicked just yet, but it will. It takes time to get these players to where they need to be. Look at Fabinho and Robertson when they came in initially. Like, it took them a while to get to the level that we all know and loved. Here it says, evening, Gomez banger from 45 yards out. Yes, let's Gomez's goal today. Please, I want Joe Gomez to score so badly. Not eating till Gomez scored an extra time winner today. Just see last minute goal. I mean, I wouldn't bet my money against it. I'll tell you that now, the way we've been going recently. And Gomez has to get a goal sooner or later. It's going to happen. Gomez's goal going to be like a World Cup winner. I'm really, really gutted that he didn't get a penalty towards the end of last season, just for the sort of, unless the plan was always to keep Gomez, it would have just been nice for him to have that goal, the penalty, just to say, look, if you are going, at least you scored. We'd already won the league. Why not? Salah wanted the record. I get it, but would have been nice to see. Wirtz used to get way more time on the ball in Germany. Exactly, he did. He's got less pressure on him there, and yeah. You could have been in professional football your whole life on a very advanced level. Still, coming to the Premier League will be a shock, both in intensity but also in toughness. This is the thing. A lot of people sort of go, well, that myth has been debunked of, oh, well, it doesn't take time to adapt to the Premier League. Football's football. It's a daft comparison to go from Leverkusen, who were dominating teams for a whole season, going the season unbeaten under Xabi Alonso, of him being the Bundesliga player 2 years in a row. Just because you come to the Premier League doesn't mean it's just an instant change. It does take time. He's playing with a lot of new players, and he's also playing in a side which is vastly changed from last season. Like, a lot of changes to the back four in Frimpong and Kerkez. A midfield that he's going to take time adapting to. He's got a striker in front of him who he's not only has he never worked with, but Liverpool have only just brought them in Ekitike and Isak. Ekitike, who's coming deeper than maybe Isak will, and that's taken up Wirtz's position in the pitch at times. You've then got a Mo Salah who's been completely isolated on the right-hand side. You've got a Gakpo who's out of form. Wirtz is not able to get the best out of himself because there's a lot of players around him who are acclimatizing. There's been a lot of change. A lot of players aren't up to the level that we are used to and expect. It will come. That's why I'm a bit disappointed that he's not in the team today. But, it is what it is. I'm excited that Isak is the one getting game time today, though, because this is a real opportunity for him to get a goal in him, get the confidence going. And there's been a few players in the past. Diogo Jota's first Liverpool goal, I believe, came against Lincoln City. Was that when we scored 7 past them? I think it was. But he got his debut, and I'm sure he's got, some players just come alive in a cup competition and then just go from there. Like Torres did it when he first joined. He got a goal against Reading, I want to say, in the League Cup. The one where he's just on the back line and then he's just on his own because one through ball goes through to him. Like, some players get their start in the League Cup, get a goal, and it goes from there. It just happens. And it may be the same sort of thing today with Alexander Isak. So I'm excited to see him. Beyond him, Mamardashvili, really, really positive in pre-season. A lot of good performances coming out of him. So that's exciting. It's exciting to see Mamardashvili get game time. Frimpong, he's looked sharp in the past 2 games against Atletico. He was brilliant, Jeremy Frimpong. I was a bit surprised he didn't start against Everton, but that's up in the air. When me and Gags were talking about this following the Everton game, it was very much, I kept going back and forth between who should start tonight, because my thought process is, against Crystal Palace, we're probably going to want Frimpong more than we would a Bradley. Just the way that Palace stretch the game, we need someone with recovery pace. We need someone who's going to be able to catch up with the likes of not Mooney's, Ismail Assar likes to interchange every now and then. Mateta's fairly quick. He wants someone who can keep up with that. And Bradley at the moment, he handled Grealish well in the first half. He then faded out. He struggled against Atletico when he came on. I thought this would have been the game for him. Give him a break against Crystal Palace this weekend and let Frimpong start that match. So that one I'm a little bit surprised is going ahead. But it is what it is. It's going to be good to see Frimpong get some game time tonight. Maybe it's because Gomez isn't as quick a defender as he used to be. You need someone to sort of accommodate for that. We don't know what Leoni's like. Robertson makes complete sense. Endo need the game time, definitely. It's exciting seeing Leoni, of course. Chiesa as well. This is why he's not included in the Champions League group. This is why he wasn't on the bench for the Premier League. These are the matches where he's going to get game time, Federico Chiesa. So I'm hoping he can do something, because he's one of those people that it feels like every time he comes into that team, he'll do something. He scored against Newcastle Cup final, scored against, that's Accrington Stanley FA Cup. Sure, take that what you want. But I just don't feel like he has bad performances as such. He can just have ineffective ones. But I just feel bad for him after that Bournemouth goal. So going into that Bournemouth game, the discussion was, look, Chiesa's probably going to go. He wants to go back to Italy. He wants to be in the Italy squad for the World Cup coming up at the end of the season. Let him go, sell him on, bring someone else in. That was up in the air discussion, blah, blah, blah. He scores that winner against Bournemouth, and you look at him and think, wow, great, keep him. He's a rotation option. You can bring him on. You can stick him out wide when Salah goes to AFCON. Brilliant, blah, blah, blah. And then you're not in the Champions League squad. You're not making the bench for the Premier League. You're restricted to cup games. He's not making the Italy squad. And I can't help but feel for him. And I know I'm maybe in a bit of a minority here where people are thinking, well, he's not been that good. Sometimes you don't need to set the world on fire. You just need to come on and impact the game. And he impacted it against Bournemouth. He came on against Newcastle and created space, which led to Ngamoa getting the goal. He has positive performances. And I'm hoping that this can be another one for him where he's able to showcase his talents. He's out on the right-hand side, which is really good. Opposite Ngamoa, very attack-minded players. Leoni is going to be full of life and energy, so we're looking forward to that. And then Isak's going to be a beneficiary of it. So there's a lot of different ways to go. I don't think we're going to see a very deep Isak either. I know Ekitike has been sort of playing that false nine, sort of coming a bit deeper, starting the play and then being on the end of it, but he can also play on the last man. I don't think Isak's going to do that. I think he is purely going to be play off the last man. Maybe he will drift out to the left-hand side so Ngamoa can come in. I'm just looking forward to seeing it. I'm really, really excited to see Isak. I'd like to see Frimpong in front of Bradley to see how they both gel together. That is probably on Slott's mind as well, due to AFCON and due to the fact that Salah can't play every game. Like, as much as he's a superhuman, as much as he can just sort of get through injuries, like he just touch wood, he tends not to get them. We are going to have to rotate at points. Chiesa's in the squad, but it's clear that Slot doesn't particularly value him that highly. We are going to see Frimpong as right wing at some point. That is just going to happen. That's just a fact of life. And it'll probably be when Salah goes to AFCON. So, yeah, we will see that at some point. Frimpong's going to be fantastic for low block teams. 100% agree. Bradley's got a good delivery, but Frimpong's just a very direct, fast player. The one player I haven't had the pleasure of watching much is Tommy Pilling, although I hear good things about him. Is there anything special worth mentioning about him? Well, I can find out for you right now. Bear with me one moment, because I don't know a vast amount in myself. He's 20 years old. He plays as a midfielder currently. Let's have a look at his stats from last season. So last season, he was in the Premier League 2 for 3 matches. Not a huge amount going for him, I'll be honest, but let's have a look at the FB Ref, the stats for him. No, I mean, he only got 3 matches, 20 matches he got last season. 18 of them are starts. I really couldn't tell you a huge amount about him, to be completely honest. I can find out, though. I'm good at stuff like that, but bear with me. So, yeah, Tommy Pilling, lively, versatile player, arrived at LFC's academy when he was 5 years old. He's captained the under-18s on numerous occasions during the 22-23 season and made the step up to the under-21s in 23-24, and he showed his versatility for them, netting 4 goals and playing further forward on the left side of midfield, and even as a number 9. And I think that this is a sort of... Will Wright got injured a few days ago. He got stretchered off. I think if he was in this squad, he probably would have been involved today, and we probably wouldn't have seen Pilling involved. That's disappointing. I didn't even think of that aspect of it, but yeah, that's something that's probably happened. How do people what? Hi, would you rather win the FA Cup or League Cup? I prefer the FA. Look, everyone's going to prefer the FA Cup. The FA Cup's brilliant, but I like a League Cup competition, a League Cup win. I've always said when you're in a season of transition, which we're not, but we kind of are to a sense. A lot of signings, still the new manager, blah blah blah. It's important to win a cup in your off seasons, so to speak. Your transition seasons. Even though we're going for the league title, even though we're signed big, it can't really be classed as a transition. The Jota loss, signing all these players, it's still the new manager's second season. It is technically still transition. It's important to win something just to keep things ticking along. We saw that under Klopp, like winning the 21-22 season where we won the League Cup and the FA Cup. If we came away from that season with nothing, it would have been viewed as a total failure. We won 2 trophies though, and it kept us going into the next season. You just need to win those cups just to keep things going. Benitez had it. We won the Champions League in 2005. We then win the FA Cup the following season. We win like the Super Cup. Like we pushed, we continued. You've got to do that in those seasons. Roy Evans had it, winning the FA Cup in '95. So I'm happy with either, but I would prefer the FA Cup. I think everyone would have, to be honest. Just a few little stats and figures, I suppose. In the League Cup since 1992, Liverpool played Southampton 6 times. We've won 3 of them. Won the 3-0 win on the 6th of November 2002. Patrick Berger, Milan Barros, can't speak, and El Hadji Diouf scored that day. 6th of November 2002, a 3-0 win. We then beat them with the 6-1 back in 2015. Sturridge got 2. Origi got, I think, his only hat-trick for Liverpool, if I'm not mistaken, and Jordan Ibe got 1. And then, of course, last season, we had the Darwin Nunez and Harvey Elliott match, which leads me to this. I miss Elliott. Would have loved to have seen him play attacking mid today. I do too, absolutely. But I am excited to see Trey Leoni get game time today. Big for him. Big match for him. Jay Spearing said he's very good, but he says that about everyone. I mean, I've got no reason to doubt Jay Spearing. His ability as a footballer is questionable, but as a coach and stuff, I've got no issue. I forgot Will Still, the boss, is in charge of Southampton. Love his story in football. Yeah, I mean, look, it's a big change for them. They've gambled, absolutely. I've got the match starting as well on my screen now. I'm well excited for this. I'm buzzing. You have to bear with me as well. I'm not when goals go in, I tend not to react too much. I won't lie to you, but it is what it is with that. Can we erase Diouf from history? God, I wish. That Diouf is in the deepest recesses of my mind. He just keeps creeping in. It really bothers me. But yeah, Diouf scored in that 3-0 win back in 2002, along with Milan. I can never say his name properly. Milan Barros, big player at a point. Patrick Berger and El Hadji Diouf, of course. But yes, Diouf was involved in that match. There is no Virgil today. Man holding up a scarf. Virgil van Dijk not involved in the squad today. Good for him to get some rest. And look, you look at that squad, there is a problem. So we've got them walking up to the centre circle, so to speak. There's a bit of a problem with this squad today, and that is the physicality in the air. Obviously, Gomez is sort of 6 foot something. Leoni is very big. But then beyond that, you've got Ngamoa, not the most physical presence in the squad. Same with Trey Leoni. It's very much a sort of reliance on what we can do on the ground, on the ball. And yes, rest in peace to Matt Beard. Also, we're going to, yeah. There we go. That was for the minute silence, just for Matt Beard, which, heartbreaking. Obviously, the news the other day, Matt Beard's passing, and it's added to what's already been a very, I suppose, difficult season, so to speak. And for Liverpool now, it's just something else, like the tragic that's happened. It's nice that they've given the memorial. There's a lot of clubs, I think, in the past which would have just sort of looked at it as it's tragic he's passed, but we sort of move on. It's nice that he's getting the recognition that he definitely deserves, getting promotion with the women's team WSL. We are about to kick off now. I believe it's Isak on the centre circle. Not 100% positive, but let's have a look here. It's just kicked off for Jack. My stream's slightly delayed by about 5 seconds, so we're going to see. But here we go. League Cup, Liverpool, Southampton. Big long ball there to kick us off. Endo straight away, getting stuck in, actually winning something in the air. And that's going to play a big part, I think, in this match, especially Southampton. Whether they're going to keep it low on the ball, whether they're going to try and play it through on the ground, we're not 100% certain. I'm not very familiar with the way that Southampton want to play. If someone wants to keep me updated in the comments, they can do, absolutely. But I'm not 100% certain if there's someone who like to play it on the ground or if they like to go high. A lot of early pressure going on. Robertson as well is pushing high. And that's something that Robertson has definitely been doing. We've got a chance, though. Oh, my God, we've actually got a chance. Oof. Right. I mean, straight away, Isak's actually involved. Jesus Christ. Isak already getting a shot. Could he have placed it a bit better? Could he have done something more with that? He's tried to... There's a bit of... I'm not going to say what I was going to say, but he's blasted that as hard as he can rather than trying to place it. I suppose maybe that's just like a lot got to him right there. Maybe that's just a confidence that he's got in himself that he could beat him easily. But Alexander Isak almost getting his first goal for Liverpool. We do have a corner. He's actually played it short though. You've got Leoni in the box for a reason. Like, play it long to him. Bit of a waste of a corner now. Southampton on the counter attacking 2-on-2 situation. Oh God, yes, it's a great block. I need to sort of zoom in. Is that Jones doing it? Jones making the block. Why are you going the furthest back of anyone? I understand that the centre backs have come up for the corner, but could you have not, bust more of a gut to get back? And now we're on the counter attack. Frimpong, is that offside? Think that would have been offside for Isak. I'm not 100% certain. Have you shared your opinions on the Ballon d'Or results, Lou? I may have missed it. No, I haven't, because to be honest, the corruption in football now is otherworldly levels of just ridiculous. I'm sorry, but whoever's putting Van Dijk in 28th and then putting Declan Rice in 27th because he scored 2 free kicks against Real Madrid, get a grip of yourself. Take or leave Ousmane Dembele winning. He had a phenomenal season. Let's not dispute that fact. He was brilliant. But come on now, let's not pretend that Van Dijk is not better than 28. Anyone who's saying otherwise, there needs to be some serious conversation. He was the best defender in the Premier League last season, won us the Premier League. Oh, why have we given the ball away here? Why have we given the ball away here? That's Endo. Poor that. It's a bit sloppy, to be fair, to begin with. And there's Leoni making his first major contribution, heading the ball out. Got in the way of the initial one, but then decided to head it out anyway. Could you have kept that? That's okay. Look, I might be being a bit harsh, a bit judgmental here with everything, but it is what it is. It's just me being a bit pedantic. And Jack, can I just say, you've got the countdown timer spot on to what I'm seeing. Absolutely spot on. So big shout out to Jack for doing that for me. He makes all the hard work here. I just turn up and talk. Southampton have a corner in. Nothing. Comes to nothing. It goes back into the box, but I'm pretty sure that's offside. They have a shot, but no, nothing. Straight out. My screen's tiny. I need to change. There we go. How about that? Nice and big. Southampton with another corner. Sure. It's interesting to see how we're going to do this, because Southampton look like they've got some really, really tall players, and they're queued up. They're lined up. So is there going to be a bit of a scramble here? They're going to go both ways. That's been got rid of there by Jeremy Frimpong, of all people. Probably the shortest player on the pitch getting rid of the ball. And they've still got it. And it's a shot. It's Mamardashvili's first major save as a Liverpool goalkeeper. His first appearance. He's made a big save. He's made a good save there. And there goes Rio and Leoni tackled. This is a problem with Leoni. And I think we saw this even at points against Accrington last season, where he was picking up the ball, running with it. Sometimes just does a bit much. Didn't have anyone around him in that instance, but just hold it up if you need to. Go back. You don't have to constantly try and beat people. Carl says hi as well. Hi to you too, Carl. Let me know your thoughts on the match. What have you been watching so far? How have you been making of the first 4 minutes? Where, in all honesty, the first 4 minutes, Isak's nearly scored in the first minute, and then from then on, it's been pretty much Southampton dominating us, which is to be expected. This is a very inexperienced side. This is not a side that worked together a lot in the first team, but there's a few experiences, and Gomez giving it away. Oh, that's poor. That's poor. Basically, Hospital passes the ball to, I think it was Endo, completely giving it away there, which is poor. There's no excuse for that from Joe Gomez. Like, say what you want about injuries. That's just basic. You don't give it away there. And Frimpong's having to get across. There's a lot of space to work with. And Southampton shoots, and Mamardashvili saves it. Oh, God. Southampton at the minute, like, all over us. This is a bit giving them way too much space out on the right-hand side. I know Chiesa should be tracking back, and that's out of the way by Joe Gomez. Almost went to goal, actually. Jesus. But yeah, Southampton, they've been giving us as good as they've got so far. Like, that's a real opportunity for them. Great save, actually, for Mamardashvili. Considering, I mean, the angle's not the best and it goes very high, but considering the speed that it goes at him, that could have easily went into the top corner. So he's done well there, Mamardashvili, to actually get his hand on it. Moving like lightning. And Southampton have another corner. Is this the third or fourth? It's a deep ball that is going for the man at the back post. And Rio and Leoni picks it up, and it doesn't really amount to much, but they're onside and they've got an opportunity to cross it in. And oh my God, a lot of sloppy passes so far. A lot of passes wayward that just seem to be going straight to Southampton, but we've actually got a counter attack here on the right hand side. A lot of space opened up. Chiesa's kept himself in the middle. And it's Curtis Jones who's actually drifted into the right hand position to that right midfield sort of move. And now it's crossed to Rio and Leoni. Good header though by Southampton's defender there to get rid of that. Rio's picking it up. Go back if you need to. Go to Trainioni if you have to. You don't have to try and beat them. There we go. It's gone back to Robertson, actually. And we're going to recycle this. And it's going to go to the right-hand side of this. Carl saying, don't worry, we will win. I'm not worried. I just don't want us to go out of this competition. I want us to go far, not just for winning a trophy, but it's also we need people to get game time. There's a lot of players in the squad who aren't going to get a lot of minutes in the Champions League unless we go through the group stage quite early or the league stage. Like, Chiesa's not even involved in that. Leoni is probably not going to get too many minutes as much as he was involved. Curtis Jones is another player. Wataru Endo. We need these players to stay sharp. And if we're waiting until the FA Cup starts in, I can never remember, it's like January, isn't it? It's a good few months. That's like 3 months with no game time for a lot of these players, or minimum. So we need to stay in this competition, keep people fresh, give people minutes. It's important that we do that. So I just don't want to go out in this early stage. I don't want to go out in any stage. I want to win this. I want to win the Carabao Cup. As daft as that sounds to some people, it's a League Cup. It's a trophy. It's important. That's a ball over the top, and that's pretty poor. And Chiesa put straight out of there. And it's Leoni on the right hand side as well. So all this talk of the Van Dijk, next Van Dijk operating on the left hand side, he's been selected to play on the right. That's like a Brighton second goal against Barnsley. Fucking hell, Jesus, that flew. Endo's done great there. Endo's picked all that, done well actually. Brighton 2-0 against Barnsley. Mate, that second goal was mental. That was incredible. But yeah, it's very not slow start from us, but it's just been a bit scrappy. A couple of balls at the back given away, particularly by Gomez. Like I said before, say what you want about injuries, but there's no reason for Gomez, who at this point is an experienced player, who's been for us 10 years, competed in the Champions League and Premier League title races, giving the ball away as sloppily as he is at the moment, and that's offside. God almighty. And at the time of this, currently, there is 731 people who are watching this. So if you can, make sure to click like and subscribe. It really does help out massively. I know Jack does these usually, but I'm filling in for Jack today. So try and do something, I've got big shoes to fill here today. It says, who is on our subs today for this match? Let me just see if I can find the banner. It does go at the bottom. But on our bench today, we've got Bradley, Dans, Ekatike, Gordon, Kirkes, Morrison, Peeling, and Williams. No Wirtz, no Van Dijk, no Salah, no Gakpo, no McAllister, no Szoboszlai, no Gravenberch. It's a big change to the squad, and Ngamo has done great there. Can't even get pulled back. He's trying to pull him back and he's not doing anything with it. And can he beat him? It's out. Is it in still? No, it's gone out. He's confident, Ngamo. He should have started that Atletico game. He should have started that Atletico Madrid match. When they were pushing forward and there was plenty of space on the right, we needed someone to go around the Atletico defence, not Gakpo's way of cutting inside with it and trying to find someone. Ngamo was crying out for that match. The fact that he didn't start that one is mental to me. Philip says, like you, I want us to win this cup, even though it's the minor trophy out of the 4 that we're in. It might be viewed as the smallest trophy, like you said, but it's got a history. It's a League Cup it's got a prestigious history to it. Some of our best cup wins have been in that competition. We've done so many amazing things in it, and winning it with Klopp's kids, with Van Dijk's late header, beating Birmingham City for it, beating Cardiff in the final in 2012. There's so many big memories that we've got in this competition, and as much as it's viewed as the 4th trophy out of the quadruple, you can't win the quadruple without doing it. You can't win the treble in 2001 without doing it. It's a big trophy in that sense. It's important that we win this. And like I said, in transition seasons, in things where, in seasons where you're going through a lot of change, it's important to keep winning trophies to get you ticking along, to keep the positivity moving in. That's why it's so vital that we've won the cup in the time periods that we did. So doing it this season would be massive. We've had a lot of change. Winning trophies is the main thing. While we're pushing for the Premier League, it'd be nice to just win something on top of it. So I think it is big that we get through this in terms of winning a trophy, in terms of game time for players, it's extra income. It's a big thing to do it. And Philip agrees with me. So thank you, Phil, for agreeing with. It's always nice when people don't think I'm a complete knob when I talk. Carl says, sorry, watching on the phone, so very small, can't see names. It's fine. Don't worry. I'll tell you anything you want to know. Ask a question and I shall answer. So we're all good. Southampton as well. Keeping this ball really, really well. We can't get a foothold on it at the moment. We look really poor. Anytime we're picking up the ball, we can't hold possession. It feels like it's just lump it long or get it to the left-hand side. I don't think Chiesa's done a great deal so far. And Isak, bar that moment in the first minute, he's not had any service to him, which is a bit worrying. Because the issue is we've got no solid midfielder that we can really bring on to impact that. So we need to make do. We need to make hay while the sun shines. Frimpong has given it away twice, and that's a bit of a worry as well. But that whole back line's done it. Gomez has done it. Leoni's given it away poorly at points, but he's done well there, though. That's a great interception to get things moving. Given to Ingamoa, back to Robertson. Or no, to Jones even. He's drifting into the left-back position. Robertson keeping quite high forward, sort of playing that Wijnaldum Trent role. Every time Robertson's going forward, Jones is dropping back into left-back, trying to keep that back four going. It's nice. It's good. It's as opposed to Robertson going inverted, it's nice to see him dropping back into that back four just to keep a bit of stability going there. Endo doing a bit of the same. Frimpong's very high. He's actually the furthest player on the pitch at the moment. He's level with Isak. He's higher up the pitch than Chiesa, so big outlet there. A lot of pace to go in behind. And Gomez has just slipped on his arse like he's John Terry. Just phenomenal play there. Slipped on Harry Kane's dribble, someone said. Aren't you just a superstar? I agree with everything you said, apart from the income. This competition is minimal income. In terms of ticket sales, in terms of hospitality tickets that we're going to sell, in terms of the prize money if you win, that's minimum, but match day revenue, anything like that, like it adds up, it builds. So it is important to be in these extra competitions for the financial benefits. And Isak's putting pressure on Southampton's back line. Gets stuck in there. Leoni winning that in the air pretty comfortably. And Gomez, oh God, I'm getting nervous when Gomez is on the ball. I shouldn't be feeling this way with someone who's got the experience that he does. God, he looked. I mean, I understand he's come back from injury again. I understand he's not got a lot of minutes. He's going to be rusty. Last season, when we played West Ham in this competition, it was him and Quansah. Gomez looked poor in that match. So this is to be expected. This is normal. I'm not feeling confident when he's picking up, though. And that's got to be concerned for Leoni as well. Leoni's playing in his first match with us. You need someone next to you who's confident, not someone who's giving the ball away every 2 seconds. Pressure. Leoni's actually pushing forward as well. I'm excited to see what he does, because there's points where he tends to drift into that number 9 role, sort of a deep playing number 9. So I'm excited to see what Leoni can bring to this. Frimpong a bit out of position again. He stepped up, there was nothing to block. He's been left a little bit behind there. Southampton's triangles are really causing us problems. The 3 players that they've got constantly near each other, finding people that they can pass to. It's really pulling us out of position. Chiesa's getting pulled out of position. Jones is having to go to them at points. Like they're there. That's a key point. Like back to the defender, but they've got 3 options. They've got 2 players around them that they can pass the ball to, and it's really been a problem for us. The stretch in the play, we can't keep up with what they're doing at the moment, Southampton. Big concern, and Frimpong there doing well to put pressure on, and Mamardashvili makes a save, I suppose. It was going out, but you'd like to think players would step up to make a point. They should be in the main team. They should, and we've seen a few times in the past. And who scored here? Wolves. Wolves have just scored against Everton. Have that. Oh dear, the wheels have fell off. Where was Grealish for that one? Yeah, Everton have just conceded. I've got more excited about that than I have anything we've done so far, because it's been a pretty average first half. Got to say, like I said, a lot of changes, cut competition to be expected. Gomez plays too many short passes to midfield when they're under pressure, and we end up losing the ball. Absolutely, 100% agree. Like he almost did there. He doesn't have that distribution, Gomez, so it's sort of it's short or it's going to them. And like that long pass earlier on to Ngamoa or to Leoni, which immediately got lost because of the power on it. That's a ball over the top. Let's go straight to McCarthy. Not a chance. Like Carl says, it's Wolves 1, Everton 0 in the comments. I will read out the comments as I go. If I click on them, it lowers my screen for the match. I can't be having that. So yeah, don't worry. I will answer the comments. If you've got anything you want to ask or anything you want to talk about, put it in there. And yeah, Southampton again there. That way they maneuvered around the midfield. It's those triangles. They've got constant options. And Mamardashvili's come for the ball. I'm a little bit nervous about the way he does that. It was that preseason match against... Who was it? Was it AC Milan? Comes running for the ball from a bad pass and it just goes completely past and miskicks it. So that will grow into his game, I have no doubt. But I'm a little bit nervous still to see him running out of the goal. It's exciting to see Mamardashvili get game time, though. A lot of expectation on his shoulders. Some results elsewhere. Brighton are beating Barnsley 2-0. Cardiff 1, Burnley 0. Fulham 0, Cambridge 0. Also Lincoln 0, Chelsea 0 still. There could be an upset there. You never know. Wigan 0, Wickham 1. Wolves 1, Everton 0. Wrexham 0, Reading 0. So a lot of 0-0 still to go around. Wrexham and Reading is a big one. But Lincoln and Chelsea still 0-0, 20 minutes in almost. Look, stranger things have happened in this competition, in the FA Cup also. Like, these results can happen. And I think, was it Lincoln a few years ago got that really weird... They got a real stretch going in the... Was it the FA Cup, Lincoln? And, you know, they did well recently. I can't quite remember what season it was, but, you know. Alexander Isak. Yet to see... A lot of him, his touch map just coming up on screen there. He's only had 4 touches, which says, but it's the service he's getting. There's none. the waiter's not taking his order, so there's no one to get the ball to him. Chiesa and Ngamoa aren't doing much. Ngamoa just runs at the defence and tries to beat them. Chiesa's not at the ball, and that must be offside. Yeah, miles off. Miles off. I said it's a bit of a slow start from us. I don't know what I was expecting, in all honesty. I don't know if I was expecting fast pace or what, but I need to sort of take a step back and just to realise that this is a match to see how people get on, not a performance where we're going to come out and blitz people. We've done it in competitions in the Cup in the past, but, that was when we didn't have a squad of depth, so all the people who played were our first team. Like that 6-1 in 2015 against them, Sturridge got 2, Origi got 3. We were playing our first team, basically, in that match. And then 20 minutes, Diogo Jota. Diogo. If that doesn't get you motivated, I don't know what does. Starting to get a bit more of a hold of the ball now. That's a great through ball to Isak. Find someone. He's found Frimpong out on the right-hand side. A lot of space to work with here. And Southampton, they keep dropping to that back 5 every time we get near the ball in our final third, in their third of the pitch, should I say. They revert back to that back 5. Struggling to break it down at the moment. Not a lot of space out wide for Frimpong. We've got a bit more of the possession here. We've got a bit more of the ball, but it's what we do with it, though. We're missing the likes of Salah. We're missing McAllister, Szoboszlai. People who can really make a major difference. It's down to these lads to prove that they are capable of making a difference against this deep blocking in high-pressure situations. Leoni on the ball here. There's a nice little interchange going on. Jones in particular seems to be getting things moving in the right direction. Good ball out there to Frimpong, and it's into the middle. Is he going to shoot? Why isn't it? Oh, Endo took a bit too long. I don't know what I was thinking Endo was going to do. I didn't know if he was going to take a long shot. I thought this was Fulham from a few years ago where he just shot and it flew in, but evidently not. Ngamoa very wide as well. But he's doing work here, and gets a bit lucky there, getting it back to Leoni. He's pressed very high up the pitch. Like Mr. 356 boy says, we've played more passes backwards. We have, but I just think that's the way we operate now. It's just the way that we play. And fuck it, it was just there's Chiesa throwing himself straight at them. Jeez. Chiesa getting stuck right in there. Jesus Christ. Threw himself at the board. Carabao Cup. I think this is going to be Brighton 3, Barnsley 0. Oh my God. Hell. Wow. If you I'm not reacting to our match. I've just seen Brighton's third goal. Mate, that is ridiculous. The second one was good. That one's insane. Who scored that? Can we sign them? I'd be happy with that. Someone needs to tell me who scored that Brighton goal, the third one, because that is ludicrous. And Frimpong's put it through. It's Isak though, but he's on his own. He's got no one he can give it to. Someone needs to be up there in the middle, and that's he's done well. I mean, look, Isak's held it up well. There's no real pressure on him, but given the circumstances, was he offside? I think if there was VAR in that, he would have probably been pulled back. He's done well there to hold it up. No one's really going to him. He's got 2 defenders in and around him. It's a good shot from Chiesa, actually. He's done really well there to get a shot off. So far, Jones has been our best creative outlet, and that says a lot about the situation that we're in currently in this match. That's no disrespect to Jones. I think Curtis Jones is great at what he does. He's good at slowing the tempo down, making sure we keep possession, but he's been our best creative player so far. Why did my Dropbox just pop up? Well, my Dropbox popped up for some reason. Thank you for telling me that my files are up to date. That's phenomenal to see. Great. Okay, cool. There we go. Sorry about that. Dropbox decided to come up saying that my files are up to date, and it's like, I hope so. Isak picked it up there, done well, but he's not found anyone. But they've actually pushed it and they've done well. Oh, go there to Robertson, and it's clear by Southampton. We're getting pressure now. We're actually putting balls in behind, like about time. But we've started doing it. We started putting the ball in behind, finding gaps to work with. And now we've got a corner, and we can actually put some pressure on. Go into the box, though. Don't play it short like the first one. Actually put the ball into the box and actually do something with it. I think fans are expecting too much from Rio so soon after he got the winner at Newcastle. Yeah, look, that's always going to happen. He's 17 years old, and he scored a winner at St. James's Park. A lot of expectation on him. We've played it short again to Chiesa, and that's a good ball in. Clear by Southampton. Oof. Oof. Trey. Clattered them. Oof. God, he took that right on the head. It's Chiesa again. God, he's throwing himself around. Jesus, take a day off. Chiesa launching himself straight at Southampton there. He's getting committed. You can, despite what you say about, Salah's too good to be dropped and, Chiesa's not that good to be starting. He gets stuck in, and that's great from Leoni as well. Good positioning. Anticipated the run of Southampton, and Rio's done well to win it back, but it's gone out. Yeah, say what you want about Chiesa, about whether he's good enough or not good enough, or he needs the minutes, doesn't need the minutes. You can never for a moment sit there and question his commitment. You can never sit there and say he doesn't put 110% into his work rate, into his effort, because he does. Every game that he plays, he makes stuff happen. So can't sit there and say otherwise. Southampton have got a lot of space here on the right-hand side. Robertson's out of position. Mamadas really does well. Brilliant. Reaches out for that one there. A lot of space. Robertson, too narrow, too inverted. Hugging Gomez too much, leaving so much space. The ball in hindsight's very poor. Like, if Mamadas really left it, no one was getting to that, but he isn't to know that. He's done well to reach out for it. And I think that's something he's going to have to do is Alisson, one of the big features he has is he's so assertive in the box. He's such a presence. He's a physical powerhouse. He'll punch the ball out. He'll die for everything. And that's what Mamadas really is going to have to do. He's going to have to really showcase that he's a presence in the box. He's a player who can pick up the ball and dominate the area, because that's what Alisson does so well. Do you remember that header against Bournemouth? It was a few years ago, but he flies out, clatters him, heads the ball away. That's what a goalkeeper should do. That's what Schmeichel did. That's what Cech did. That's what Alisson does. Big goalkeepers, you need people like that, and that's something that Mamadas really has to do. Gomez there, almost giving it away again. He needs to sort this out. Yeah, Leoni as well. I'm happy with Leoni's performance so far. He's doing well. He's doing really well. Like, good in the air. He's been composed. His anticipation of the ball has been great. That's what we need. Just a bit of recycle the ball. There's no option going forward. We don't have to lump it, because Ngamoa is not going to win anything in the air. The best thing you can hope for is to get the ball to Isak and he can knock it behind for Ngamoa. But Ngamoa is not someone who's running in behind. He's someone who wants the ball to feet and to try and beat a man. And that can be a bit of a problem at points, but yeah. Steve Gotti says Isak's done nothing. He's had our only shot on target, I think. But even then, he should have scored it. Really should have scored in that first minute. Keeping the ball well, though, that's something. At least we've got possession of it, but it's what we do with it. Back to Jones. Again, dropping into that left-back position here, Curtis Jones, covering for the space that Robertson's leaving behind. He's done well there. He's done really well, Curtis Jones. And he's, oh, God, Ngamoa. It makes me nervous when he does that. Nearly giving it away in such a... We're very risky with the way we're playing today. I'd feel more comfortable if this was like Van Dijk and McAllister and Gravenberch and all that, but when it's Gomez and Ingamoa and all that, playing around our own box, it's... And apparently Lincoln are winning as well. Shut up, are they actually? £2 billion bottle jobs. I said before, look, this can happen. Lincoln could get a win. Lincoln could do an upset here. Imagine if they did. What a moment for them. Beating the Club World Cup winners. They beat PSG in the final and then lose to Lincoln in the Carabao Cup. Fucking get a grip of yourselves. More players in the squad than there is in the whole of Africa combined, and you're like struggling to beat Lincoln. No. Grimsby, MK2. They lost to Bradford in the FA Cup, didn't they? Was that when Mourinho was in charge? It was like 2015 or something. Bradford beat them in the FA Cup, Chelsea. I remember that one. That's a good ball in by Robertson. That's a really good ball, but it's going straight to Southampton's defender. It was a good ball, but it didn't feel like there was anyone pushing forward for that corner. It just felt like it was just Southampton back line and Isak. There was no one else going for that. And this is what I was saying before, on set pieces, we don't have a big physical presence at the moment. There's no Gakpo in there. There's no Ekitike. We've got Isak, but beyond him, it's Leoni, and he's staying back for it. That's a good ball to Ingamoa, who's probably going to cut back on his right, which is fine because he's got an option there. Cross it in. No. Rio's trying to beat us, man. Puts the ball in. It's a great ball in, actually. Go on, have a shot. Oh. Good effort. It's coming. It's working at the moment. Doing well with it. It's currently 44 people watching this on YouTube. So if everyone can please click like and subscribe, that would be massive. Make sure to do it. Make sure to click like and subscribe. Really, really helps out massively. And yeah, Lincoln, let's see this goal. Oh, what's going on here? Chelsea did it to themselves. Oh my God. That's awful. Man from the street. Street scored. Street smarts. Good ball in. Stephen says, I did like the stream. And then Arn Klopp says, hit the likes, people, takes 2 seconds. Just, it literally, it's there. The button's there. You're gonna click something else anyway. If you're gonna click a different video, it's even quicker just to click like. Even if you're not sticking around, just click like. It doesn't do any harm to you. Just like, subscribe. It takes 2 seconds. It helps out massively. And they've got on the counter-attack here, Southampton. Endo's done well, though, to get back. Covering his man. Chiesa as well, coming in the centre, putting in a tackle. It's... Oh, God, that almost went in. Archer. He was the Villa player, wasn't he? Or Sheffield, even. Joe Gomez. He did well there, Gomez. For all that he's had a bit of a poor first half, he put himself in the right position, caused the block. He got beat, actually, so maybe he's got a bit fortunate there, the fact that Archer couldn't get himself onto the ball. It's gone past him. And credit to Gomez, because that hits most people. Most people just panic. It goes into the back of their own net, but he's got rid of it, put it wide, just about by the skin of his arse, but he's done well there, Gomez. Credit to him. Southampton here with the corner. Get that, yes. Well done, Mamadashvili. There must be... I don't know what's called Mamadashvili that's not as long-winded, but he's done well there. He's imposed himself, and as I said before, we need that presence in the box. Because for all that Kelleher was a great goalkeeper, he didn't have that physicality, that stature that Alisson has, and we missed that at points. So having Mama there to do it did great. Lad Bong, what a name. How's he only looking so far? He's looking good. He had a shaky start. A misplaced header or two. There was a moment where he had won the first header, could have composed it, passed it to someone. He just got rid of the ball. Other than that, his anticipation's been great. Watching the runs of the attackers, his composure on the ball. He's stretched himself wide, so he's giving us the space. He's done well, Leoni. He's done really good so far in the first half. Nothing exceptional. We're not talking Van Dijk against Everton, FA Cup, anything like that, but he's done enough so far to justify his spot in this team. He's done really well in terms of what he's done on the ball and off the ball. On the Klopp says, I like Gomez. The season we won the league under Klopp, our strongest centre-back pair was Virgil and Gomez. It was the season before as well, 18-19, when he got that Burnley injury. That derailed him. I think that that injury. He got a turf more. That was a really bad one. I think he missed the rest of the season with that, and that carried over into the next season. So Gomez always has like these renaissance periods. A couple of years ago, we played City. 2020, 21, or 21, 22. I can't quite remember exactly, but Gomez played and he was like the best player on the pitch. He was an amazing centre-back, marked them out the game. I think we drew that game. Or was it the 1-0? I think it was the 1-0 actually where Salah scored and he was incredible that day. But he has those moments. That's poor by Endo there to give that away. He's given away the foul. Oh, advantage actually. But yeah, he has those moments, Gomez, where like he comes back, you think, okay, he's gonna push on from here, and it just doesn't happen. Because the thing is, when he gets injured, it's always a long-term injury that he suffers. It's never something short. Southampton here, going right back to the defence. They're dangerous on the wings on the counter-attack, Southampton, because Frimpong's pushing forward and Robertson's doing the same. So when he is, Jones is having to drop into either left back or right back, and we're very exposed in the middle. So the ball's able to go through there out wide. And Leoni's done brilliantly there. Bullied him. Bodied him off the ball. Do more of that. Come on. That's perfect, that from Leoni. He's done great. No messing around. Shoved him straight off the ball. Probably had my phone buzzing. It's people raving about Leoni. He's won another ball there, Leoni. I understand that because it's his first game, everything's going to get analysed, but he's done great so far. Cannot have any complaints about the way he's looked in this first half. Ooh, Frimpong's done well there. Were we playing? We must have been playing for the free kick there. Surely. If Chiesa would just like Frimpong went down, and then Chiesa picks up the ball and then just levers it straight at their defense. He must have been going for the play on, and that's a waste of a through ball there. Trying to find Rio. Nothing comes of it. So far, it's been an all right. It's not been great. Let's be honest. Isak's not had anything of the ball, but he's got no service. He's got no one there to play through the middle. Everything is out wide. Because you've got Frimpong and Robertson, who great interception, by the way, from the Scot. Everything is out wide because there's nothing in the middle. You've got Leoni there, Jones and Endo. So everything is being pushed out wide, like Isak is here. And he's done brilliantly there. Oh my God, he's still got the ball. Find him. Oh. Give that to Chiesa, who's running into the middle. Don't just put it into the box. Got Chiesa going right through the centre. And we've got the ball again. It's Chiesa on the left now. There's so much interchange going on between Isak and Chiesa and Rio and Gamoa. Like, they're constantly switching. It's interesting to see Ngamoa's now on the right-hand side of the top. Isak's back in the middle and Chiesa's on the left. So there's options there. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. Because there's nothing in the middle, everything is being pushed to the wingers. And because it's, no disrespect, it's Chiesa and Ngamoa, Isak's not getting any kind of service that you would from a Salah or even a Gakpo or a Szoboszlai or a Wirtz or anyone like that. So he's so isolated up top with nothing coming to him. He only heads the ball, but it gets given away. Endo puts in a great tackle and Jones, brilliant hold-up play there. Leoni's come quite deep. But we see this season with Szoboszlai and Gravenberch, that interchange in midfield between them. One of them drops deeper, the other one will go. And we're seeing that at the moment with Leoni and Jones. They're very sort of give and go kind of thing. While Endo is normally the third man staying deepest. He can drop between the defenders, give them an extra option at the back. So there's glimpses of how we want to play. It's just the personnel to do it. Rio's gone back on the left, and he's got an overlap here from Jones, who's been all over the pitch at the moment. Jones, like, he's had a good first half. He's found Rio there, plenty of space, but South, bullied off the ball, and that is something that we're going to see with Rio. I think a lot over the next few years. He's still a kid at the end of the day. He's 17. Physically in stature, he's not imposing by any way, shape, or form. So you are going to see defenders just body him off the ball a lot. That's just the natural thing that's going to happen to him. Arnold Klopp says Slot wants our front B to be like PSG last year. You mean the Ballon d'Or winner? shock horror. Yeah, he probably does. I think he'll have gathered inspiration from that PSG side that we faced last season, and rightfully so. You know, big interchange and attack. You can defenders have nightmares trying to cope with it. So you've got Isak drifting out wide, and then Ekitike through the middle, or Gakpo, or whatever have you. The only one that doesn't seem to change is Salah. Sometimes he'll push inverted, but if he does, it's not like the others are changing to go right wing or what have you. Salah's always just the right winger. So you've essentially got your striker and your left wing crossing over. I was thinking more fluid front three that can pop up anywhere. Yeah. That's what I mean. So they can play any sort of position. Mr. 356 Boy says, sorry, but Endo and Gomez are not good enough. It's this type of game that shows them up. I could look good playing in our first team. Look, Endo, let's be honest. People expect a bit too much from Endo. Endo is he's not a ball-playing midfielder like a Gravenberg or what we were trying to sign Zubimendi for. It's a great ball over the top. It's gone to McCarthy. Look, Endo is just your brick shit house. I will break up play, put a tackle in, win the ball in the air, break a leg doing it kind of midfielder. The best example of that was that cup final against Chelsea, Klopp's kids one, where he ran himself into the ground so much so that he had cramps during the celebrations. He was basically on the floor dying. But he's not someone who's going to do beautiful things with the ball. That's not how he is. And I think people just forget that. Like, it's not that Endo isn't good enough. It's just he plays a very different style of play. He's like a James Milner in the sense of he's not meant to start full 90 minutes for Liverpool. You bring him on when you're in the last 20, 25 minutes, and you just need someone who can see out the game and put a tackle in and just grind out the result. He's not a first teamer. Stick him in the squad. He's going to get us playing the way that we want. Maybe under Klopp, because we thrived off having Fabinho in that number 6 role. In Klopp's first season, we saw Lucas past his best, absolutely, but he was a nice anchor in midfield. Wasn't anything flashy. He just did the job, put the tackles in. We tried it with Endo. That's why we tried to sign the profile of number 6 that we were being linked with for weeks and weeks. That's why Amrabat was a player who was getting linked with us. That's why Caicedo, who isn't necessarily exactly that type of player, but he was someone who could have became that. Same with Lavia. So Endo is that type of player. And I just think that today he's done his job in the sense of he's put in a few tackles, he's won a few balls, thrown himself around, break up play, and given the defense time to restructure and get back into position. That's all he's there to do. But we're giving the ball away. It's Gomez again, and that's through on goal. Oh, he hit the ball. Oh. Right. We've just been let off with... Oh, my God. We have just been let off with murder. Southampton, we've just been let off with absolute murder. And Gamo's picked it up here. Giving it away. Why are you giving it away? Pressure there from Isak. Chiesa's won it back. Have that. Alexander Isak. Fucking have that. Alexander Isak's first Liverpool goal. First. I said this at the start of the stream. There's a reason why he's being thrown into this game, because he gets his confidence up, he gets goals, I had to keep down the shouting because it's late where I am. But he's first goal for Alexander Isak for Liverpool. And you know what? It stemmed from nothing. It stemmed from absolutely nowhere. You see, literally picking up the ball, trying to pass it off to Southampton. Chiesa straight on it. First time pass. And you know what? The composure to actually realise the goalkeeper's on him and he's able to get it over him. He's not blasted it low. Oh, fucking have that. The high press triggered that. But yeah, literally, by the front three have made that happen. A lot of pressure, a lot of effort onto the goalkeeper, a lot of work on that Southampton back line. Fucking bob on. Coming from that as well, they literally just hit the crossbar. Literally, a few seconds before hitting the crossbar, countering, getting up the other end of the pitch. Like, look, let's not take anything away. We got away with murder a few seconds before that. They hit the crossbar and then missed an open goal. And then we've gone straight from that up the other end, pressure on the back line. It wasn't like a counter-attacking goal in the sense of we made it happen from open play. Southampton had the ball in with the goalkeeper, spaffed it up the wall, passed it poorly. And it's McCarthy again, literally McCarthy. Who did he play last season? And he did it was us. I think it was us. And he did the exact same thing. And he's doing it now. And now Southampton find themselves 1-0 down at Anfield. And Leoni's getting stuck in. Isak's first goal. Leoni winning everything in the air at the moment. That's why we brought him in. That's why we signed Giovanni Leoni at the back. Yeah, pulling Chiesa's shirt. It's a blatant yellow card. Let go of the fucking shit. You've won the ball. Thank you, Jack, as well, for updating the clock. Really appreciate that. Oh, it's 1 minute extra time. People might cry about that. Oh. Nappy McLovin says, luckiest team ever. I don't give a shit. Luck or what? We've just scored. I couldn't give anything about it. We've just scored. The definition of getting away double murder to turn it into a goal for your own team. It is, mate. We are so... Come on, Endo. Oh, it's like Colo Torre against Real Madrid. Through. Oh, why is it? What's up with your scoreboard? So basically, I don't have the program. I don't have the program to run the way that Jack normally does. I'm not as technologically savvy. So the scoreboard's very sort of thrown together. Jack's operating it currently while he's watching the match because he's a legend. And that's through. No, it's not. Southampton on the counter. And that's the end of the first half. Beautiful first half. Look, well, I say beautiful. That's a bit of an exaggeration. Do apologize. Not quite the meticulous, brilliant first half we thought it was going to be. Let me just play catch up with everything that's sort of going on. You're using a dodgy Fire Stick. I'm not, actually. I can tell you that for now. It's just I'm very delayed. Jack, you can stop the match clock if you want for this half. I'm using the Sky Go app on my laptop as I'm watching. It's just delayed. So it's on ITV, by the way. I'm on Sky. So thank you for stopping the clock, Jack. Appreciate it. Yeah. Luckiest team ever, says Nappy McLovin. Look, we'll break down that first half fairly quickly for the 15 minutes. I'll sort of be like a Sky pundit here with my white shoes on. As a performance overall, it's not ideal, but look, what were we expecting? Southampton League Cup, very, very changed side. Players getting their debuts, players being thrown right in, players who don't play a lot of matches for Liverpool in the squad involved today. And I don't know what people were expecting. Were people expecting some sort of massive, major first-team performance? There's been a few positives, few negatives. Gomez at the back, shaky. Absolutely. Giving the ball away poorly. There's been glimpses of rust from him. A few patches where you've looked at him and thought, could he be doing better? Chiesa, man of the half. Honestly, I'd be giving it to Leoni, I think. I personally would be giving it to Giovanni Leoni in that first half. Chiesa didn't do a massive deal. He threw himself around, got stuck in. No disputing that whatsoever. Got the assist, but it was an assist that he had to make. He intercepted the ball and then passed it first time to Isak. Isak was first the goal as well. But no, I think Leoni's been the best player in that first half of Liverpool. He's been dominant in the air. His anticipation of the ball, whenever it's going in behind, he's using his pace. He's operating on the right-hand side, but he's drifting out to the left whenever there's an opportunity to do so. Robertson, because Robertson's been pushing far forward, Jones has been drifting to left back at points, so he's had to cover. There's been a few players who've done positive. Jones, as I mentioned, Leoni, absolutely. But I just think that it's a very changed side. A lot of different players have been brought into the squad. A lot of different players have been getting the debuts here and first performances. So I'm not expecting greatness. I keep sort of digging at them, and I really shouldn't. He was decent last 10, didn't do much before it. Is that about Chiesa? You have to let me know about that on In my lifetime, haven't seen an 18-year-old Rolls Royce and future Ballon d'Or winner more defined than seeing Giovanni Leoni in the flesh. You can see it right away. I was meant to go to the match today, but I couldn't actually go. Well, I was doing this for a start, and I'd rather be doing this, to be completely honest. But, yeah, look, Leoni's been brilliant. I'm not sure about the future Ballon d'Or thing, but then again, the way the competition's gone, its opinion means arse to me, so it is what it is. Leoni looking like John Terry with pace. Leoni is such Van Dijk vibes. Let's just taper the expectations of Giovanni Leoni for a moment. It's his first half against Southampton, but he's looked really good. He's looked really composed, and I like it. And considering as well that the person he's got next to him is a Joe Gomez who's just come back from injury, a Joe Gomez who isn't up to full fitness, a Joe Gomez who has given the ball away a multitude of times in this match, this first half. And he's looked as good as he has, shows that he's very talented, very skilled. And he's someone who, considering he's only made, I think it was 29 appearances across Serie A, Serie B, and Serie C. He's just made the Italian national team. He looks ahead of where he should be, and that's positive signs for us going forward. Midfield has been very poor. They can't pass the ball under pressure. Mama's been good in goal. Yeah, Mamardashvili, the biggest thing, like I said before, was about he needs to showcase a bit of presence in the box, because when Kelleher came in, when he was with us, he didn't have that physical stature to really win the ball in the air, to throw himself around, to block the goal, to make sure that he was like, no one was beating him. Mamardashvili's done that. The dive that he made to win the ball, to when it was going across the box from the Southampton cross, to grab it in the air, his desire to get the ball straight onto counter-attacks, that's going to be really beneficial when he's in a side with Kerkez, Salah, all these quick, lightning attacking players Liverpool have. That's going to be really beneficial. The only good Frimpong and Gomez, terrible. Not a good half for Frimpong, completely agree. Giving it away a few times. Just really quick as well in the midfield, it's Leoni, very young lad. Endo, who, as I said before, is not a ball-playing midfielder to distribute play or to build up. He's there to just stand in that midfield free and break it up. He's just there to clatter into them. So I don't know what people expect with Endo, really. Leoni's too slow. Frimpong is the worst player in the pitch out of all 22. Yeah, so far, but that's a lot of things. A lot of positive from both attacking sides in Chiesa and Rio. Chiesa, the assist and the pressure, and the Rio and Gamoa's sort of his interchange with Isak was good to see. Picking up the ball and running at them, he's done really well. It's just he can't beat the Southampton right back. I'm struggling to sort of remember their name. Is it Gillette or Wood? I can't quite remember, but he's struggling to get round that side. I'm sure he'll make it happen, but yeah. Gomez and Endo need moving on end of the season. I'm amazed that Gomez stayed, to be honest. I thought he would have been done. Endo, this will be his last season, I'm pretty sure. I know Slot likes him and we all love him. I like the song. The song's class, but it is what it is. Leoni will great. He's learning under the master. He's like the Karate Kid. Van Dijk, Mr. Miyagi, Mr. Virgil son. I like that. If anyone's on for the Ballon d'Or, it's Gravenberch. Mate, the fucking Ballon d'Or rankings are just utter shit. Van Dijk at 28th and Rice is 27th because he scored 2 free kicks against Real Madrid. Well done. Like, get a grip. 4th behind Vitinha. Vitinha was great, don't get me wrong, but 4th, come on now. Literally carried us at points to the Premier League title, had the greatest individual Premier League campaign statistically, that was competing with Alan Shearer and Andy Cole, who played 42 games in the Premier League when it first started. That's why they got the numbers they did. And his season was literally on Sky being compared to Messi and Ronaldo, and you're telling me he finished 4th. Get a grip of yourself. It's the French league. Ousmane Dembele, brilliant. Won the treble. Did phenomenal things with PSG. It's the Premier League title. We reached the final of the Carabao Cup. We were PSG's toughest opponent last season. Fucking, come on. 4th. Not having it. Endo slowly redeems himself with Frimpong getting from bad to worse as the game progressed. Yeah, he did. Can't dispute that one. Agree with Leoni. Fair play to Slot. He saw what Grav was capable of at Ajax and challenged him to do it. He did indeed. Yeah, he absolutely did. And look, there's a timeline that exists where we have signed Zubimendi, and in my opinion, Gravenberch's probably gone. Gravenberch's probably gone this summer had we signed Zubimendi. I'm trying to see what this Indy Callier tweet is, because apparently at halftime he said he was going to tweet something out. Carlos believes close family members are at Anfield tonight. They also visited Old Trafford on Saturday. Yeah, all right. Okay, Indy, sure. We have to win at least the Champions League to be considered for the Ballon d'Or alongside the league and possible a cup tournament. PSG won the treble. Yeah, they won the treble. It's the League Cup in France and the French League. Like, they win it every season almost, bar the anomaly with Monaco. So, and Lille, but I don't know. Look, they did amazing. I'm not even going to... Dembele winning it, it's just... I understand, but I think there was more to Salah's season than there was to Dembele's, that's all. And also this whole thing of you've got to win the league and all this and all that. Like, Modric, the main reason he won it the season he did, the great campaign with Madrid, sure, but the main reason he won the awards because he was in that Croatia team that reached the final of the World Cup. Like, fine. Rodri didn't deserve to win it the season he did it. Nedved didn't deserve to win it when Henry deserved to. Like, there's a billion examples of players you can pick who shouldn't have won the competition. It's all just a favoritism contest, and that's fine. If the award wants to go to who people think is the favorite, fine. Do what you want with it, but don't mock my intelligence and the intelligence of football fans to say that Van Dijk is 28th in that competition when quite clearly he's not. If Cole Palmer's 8th, Van Dijk is not 20 places beneath him. I'm not having it for 2 seconds. So sort that out right away. Salah 4th, that's up for debate. I think it should have been higher. I'm not saying he should have won necessarily, because I get the reason for Dembele winning it, fine. But Van Dijk 28th, that is ludicrous. And like I've said before, because Rice scored 2 free kicks against Real Madrid, he's 27th over the defender who captained us to the Premier League title, was the best defender in the league last season, did incredible things with Liverpool, and because Declan Rice finished second and put 2 screamers past Madrid, who were in a season of utter transitional shart, sure, whatever you say. From 2 years from now, our 2 main centre-backs are Gahey and Leoni. Great, I love it. Yeah, I'm all for that. No, this season it'll be based upon the World Cup. Great for French players and other players from major countries, but if you play for Egypt, good luck, lol. Yeah, I'm not in disagreement with it, but yeah. You can see Isak's class even in this team, whereas Endo and Gomez look poor. Yeah, Isak was quiet. It was a very quiet first half from him, but that's because, like I said before, he's not getting the service. A lot of the play for Liverpool in this first half come from out wide because our central players are Curtis Jones, no disrespect to any of them, but Curtis Jones, Trey Leoni, Wataru Endo. Your biggest outlets are Chiesa and Ngamoa out wide. So the balls go into them. They can't find Isak. There is no creative spark in the middle, like a Gravenberch on the half turn, like a Bosley, like a McAllister, like a Wirtz. There's no one there to link up play with Isak. So he's on his own, isolated. And lo and behold, the moment comes from a wide player winning the ball and squaring it to him. That's what the plan is. And it worked. It worked in that first half. So I'm not surprised that he hasn't had a lot of service and he hasn't had a lot of play on the ball because he's not got the creative outlet there to get it to him. There's no Wirtz to link up with like there was at Atletico. So I'm not shocked. Endo isn't a passing hub like the modern number 6 position. He likes to dominate space and doing tackles. Mate, he's a quintessential brick shithouse. He is your old school number 6 who will clatter into people, break up play, and allow a back line that is very inexperienced, like Leoni in his first match, like Gomez, all these other players, a chance to just reset. And you need that sometimes. You need that when you're under the cosh, which for the first 20 minutes, we rarely were. So I can understand why he's doing what he's doing. I can understand why he's throwing himself around. It gives Leoni and Gomez just an opportunity to get back into that back 4, refresh themselves, go again. And I'm fine with that role. That was my preferred number 6 style for years. It's just Gravenberch sort of elevated it to a different level, which Slot wanted. Would you take Zubimendi over Maka? Zubimendi's a great player too, but given the choice, Grav all day. No, I would not take Zubimendi over McAllister. McAllister is Liverpool's best defender since Gerrard left. Say what you want about Gravenberch. He's having a great season. Not disputing that. It's amazing. What he did last year was top tier, but McAllister last season was one of the greatest midfielders in world football. And this season, he's had a slow start because of injury, because he got burnt into the ground. That's how undroppable he was for Liverpool last season. I would not take Zubimendi over McAllister. Good pass through the ball, but no. McAllister is upper echelon of greatness in Europe. Zubimendi is good, but he's not that level. Not at all. I can see Jack sorting out the clock for me and get through some of these questions just really quick. And we talk about the bullshit Ballon d'Or. It is Van Dijk 28th. No. I think Maka may move to Madrid and we might sign Wharton. No, I don't want to see McAllister leave. Yeah, not a chance. I don't want to see it. But great to see Isak score. Absolutely. Gomez has been almost complacent in the first half. I think I had expected more dominance and influence from him. Is he done when Leoni is that much better? Look, if you sign Gahey, I think it's done for him, undeniably. And that goal from Brighton, that third goal, that is class. And Chelsea are 2-1 up against Lincoln. When did that happen? When did they score 2 goals? I haven't seen who. You know what? I'm going to see who scores for them. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you who it is. It could be anyone. I could name anyone in the world. Jack Jones, John Jackson. That's, I mean, that's a good goal, to be fair. Who is it? I don't know. I've got no way of knowing. There's more people on the pitch than there is in, like, London. Don't know who that is. Not a Scooby-Doo. Can't see. Would you say Robbo needs to back up Rio? Because Rio is constantly running against 2 men. Robbo needs to help more. He does. He needs the overlap. But Jones is the one making those overlapping runs. Robertson's not venturing much higher than the halfway line at points. So he does. And this is something that's annoying me a bit, is because when Gakpo's in that team, he has the overlapping fullback and he never utilizes it. And now we've got Rio and Gamoa who needs that overlap and it's not coming. So it's like meet in the middle somewhere. Either give him the overlap or don't. But if it's in Gamoa, he needs that outlet to give it to, because he tends not to cut inside. He likes to run at the defenders. So if you've got a fullback bombing forward into space, use him. McAllister is a tier above Zubimendi, absolutely. And Ekitike is coming on. Oh, no. For Isak. Well, I say, oh, no. What a problem to have, but yeah. I would hate to see Maka go, but we're short of homegrown places. That makes me think maybe it would be a possibility. And then Wilcaf says, Chiesa showing his creativity, plus also showing his not one-dimensional player who's a wide winger, but also a false nine, likes to roam around the pitch. Plus, Rio is struggling. Yes. I mean, look, he's got a versatility to him, Chiesa, absolutely. And Jack, we are on the centre circle, and we're about to kick off. I think you've started the clock already. Yeah, you have, like 3 seconds. Perfect. Can we just get some like an appreciation for Jack in the comments somewhere, because he's carrying this thing as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, that's the change. Ekitike is on for Isak. Big change, but it's nice to see him get minutes as well. Isak being rested after scoring his first Liverpool goal. He scored a goal. Well happy with that. And I said that'd happen. I said this is exactly why, because he scores today. He gets an involvement in the match. Gets stuck in, gets a goal, build from it, build from there. And it was all based on positioning and pressure. And that's what Slot wants. That's what Slot wants. He wants someone who can position himself high, centrally, waiting to receive the ball while keeping pressure on the back line. And that's exactly what Chiesa did. That's exactly what Isak did. Perfect. And now Ekitike, a chance for him to showcase his goal-scoring exploit, to get stuck in now. Arnold Klopp says Isak will get 45 in the next Premier League match. And Stephen Devar says, what a guy Jack is. He is, mate. He's carrying this whole thing. He's doing the scorecard. My computer can only seem to muster StreamYard. So, Lou, it's 2025, not 1985. Endo doesn't have enough skill set for modern football. Look, I'm not suggesting for a moment that Endo is good enough to be in the Liverpool number 6 role, but he plays a role. You don't have to be necessarily a ball playing player to get involved in football nowadays. You can be a monster who breaks up play. We saw that for years. You go through the Premier League's history. Some of the best players were people who just clattered into people and were brick monsters in the middle of the pitch. It's not good enough for what we want, but he plays a role, and I understand why he's involved in this team. Helium Alpha says, Jack, where are you? Don't you dare sip on that lousy Lipton tea, you're here. Don't worry, Jack is going to join me on the post-match stream following this, so keep tuned in for that one. Bear with me. Got a ball out wide here. Rio with the ball, refusing to cross it in, but it's gone to Endo, and he's got the touch of a bear with a salmon, giving it straight to them. Frimpong not at the races today so far. No, he hasn't been. Bradley will get minutes soon, I imagine. Can't imagine that Frimpong's going to play this whole match or, a lot of minutes. I imagine he's going to come off. Endo's great at what he is. He's never going to be a first team. He relishes the role of whacking the gum shield in and raking ankles with studs. He's the Japanese Sue Nest. That's all we need. You don't need people who are going to be every single match is a perfect number 6 ball playing midfielder. Sometimes you just need someone to get stuck in. That's why I love James Milner so much, because he used to do that. That's why I used to love Lucas Leiva when I was younger, because he used to do that. You need those players. So Endo's got a role to play in the system. He's not someone who's going to dictate games like he did when he scored against Fulham. But he's someone you bring on when you want to grind the game out. And he's just in today because we need to rotate Gravenberch. So, Oh, that's a short ball. Rio and Gamo picks it up. Jones again trying to push on. And that's plenty of space. And that's a shot, but that's a waste of a shot. Why shoot? Why shoot from there? And I'm all for confident. I'm all for players shooting from outside the box and going for it. But there was other options on, and you had 3 players in front of you. Leoni shooting there made very little sense. I think, is this an injury from the shot? I think this might be an injury from the shot. I'm not 100% certain. I think he took it straight to the body, but there's a change for Southampton taking place now. Taking a bit of a break here. There's Joe Tomlinson there, also known as Will Still. That is a haircut and a half, that. Whoa. Number 42 for Southampton. I don't know the names. I'm sorry. Jack always does a good job. Don't put yourself down. You're doing a great job. Well, I appreciate that, because this is my first time doing it and I'm really enjoying it. And I hope you heard that, Jack. He said you do a good job. He said I do a great job. So, sorry. Jones and Endo playing together in midfield was never going to be good on the eye, was it? No, it wasn't. And to be fair to Jones, I think he's done a good job today. Playing between the lines, drifting out to left back, finding balls in behind. And it is Yanda coming off for, if I can just figure out. Southampton making changes here. 2 changes, Arthur and Janda off for Charles and Downs. So if we're looking at this at the Southampton team now, Flynn Downs, he's got 14 progressive passes this season, 3 progressive carries, which put him 8th, both in the 8th position for the Southampton squad. He started 4 of the 6 matches they've played so far in the Championship, receiving 2 yellow cards. Not a massive amount from him. Flynn Downs, he's a midfielder, 26 years old for Southampton. So I think they can see a weakness. I think they can see where there's areas to exploit here in this Liverpool team, and it is centrally. Ball's going in the air, and Leoni's trying to hold up, and he's done well there to win the ball back, actually. Southampton pressing a lot here, to be fair. That's poor from Leoni, actually. After we've been giving him a lot of praise in that first half, and he's given the ball away really, really poorly there. And Endo clatters in. He flies in, and so does Chiesa again. Jesus. You can't question Chiesa's commitment. He will throw himself at whatever he needs to win the ball back. There's no disputing that. And the ball's outside. Southampton are really putting the pressure on here. Like, it's not man marking. It's just as soon as the ball's in the middle, there's 5 players around them. And that's offside. I'm assuming, I doubt that can't be a foul, but that's going to be a yellow if you're throwing the ball away like that, TK, so you can stop that. Yeah, he's got a yellow. That is a pointless yellow. You don't need to get a yellow for that. Throwing the ball away in a straw, pack that in. Like, he's got the shirt. Just, yeah, it's a foul. It is what it is. Move on past it. Yeah, I get it. You're trying to physically, manhandle him, but you're holding onto the shirt and then you smack the ball in the air. Pointless. Absolutely pointless yellow card to be getting there. So pack that in. Leoni's done well there, winning the ball back. Ekatike new hairdresser. WTF is that? It's like the hairdresser took the cap off after applying the bleach. I kind of don't mind it. I don't know why. I think it suits him. It's like when Elliot used to have it. That's a ball across, and Mamardashvili's done well. Could have went into danger. We got a bit fortunate with the fact that Southampton there fumbled the ball, and Chiesa's done brilliantly there, giving it to Ekatike, but he's got no option. But he's got the touch, and he goes round on the right-hand side. And now he's got it, but there's no option. Just have a shot if you need to. Just have a shot if you need to. Done too much. Done way too much. Has Isak picked up an injury, mate? I don't think so, unless anyone knows anything. I think this is just rotation. I think this was just purely get Ekatike game time. Isak scored. Take him off. You don't want to burn him into the ground too much because he's probably going to start against Palace now that he's scored. And Mamardashvili, great interception. Throwing himself around. It could have gone into a dangerous area. That can't be up for debate, but Southampton players fallen over. Endo was on him, so I think we would have been covered. Hate when players get yellow cards like that. Only takes something silly now and he could get a red. It is daft. The fact that he's got a yellow for throwing the ball in the air the way he did not need to do that. He was limping before the break. I hope not. Really hope not. Someone needs to let me know. Someone needs to get on the old Twitter. Actually, I'll do it. I've got my phone here. I'm just being lazy. Has Isak got an injury? I hope he hasn't. And if you've enjoyed this, make sure you stay tuned to the channel as well, because me and Jack are both doing the post-match show. It's the late night live, which I don't know where to put my name in it. It's the late night live anyway. It's me and Jack doing it at 10 o'clock, discussing this match in all its details. Fulham 0, Cambridge 0, but I think Fulham have just about scored because the highlights have come up. Oh, it's a great save. See, this is what I mean, Carabao Cup. You get belter goals in it. I can't quite see anything about Isak being injured, but if anyone can get any sort of information, that'd be brilliant. I hope it wasn't anything serious. It looked like he was limping after a challenge. I think it was around 42 to 44. Possible groin issue, so that's not good. And also Conor Bradley's warming up as well, so Frimpong's going to come off. Good rotation here from slot. It's what we like to see. So what I'm taking from this is Frimpong's probably going to start against Palace. And if Isak is injured, Ekatike is going to have to really not exert too much energy here. But if he's not, I have to wait and see. And you know what? If Isak's got injured and he still scored, all the people on Twitter are like, oh, he's shit. He's signed this much money. No, come on. Done well to hold it up there. Giovanni giving it back to Gomez through the middle. And it's poor. It's given away again through the middle. He's done that a few times today, Gomez. And we've given away a foul as well. Like, it's our doing this. We're giving the ball away because there's no outlet now. There's no player on the last man. Chiesa's so narrow. Engamo is so isolated. There's no one to get it to. And here comes the changes. It's Bradley coming on. It's Curtis Jones going off. What? Am I missing something here? So Jones is going off, Bradley's coming on. So is Frimpong going in the middle? Or are we going like a 4-2-4? No, we can't do because we've only got Ekatike up top. So how's this working? Frimpong must be going in the middle. Jones has played okay. He has done. I think Jones has done well today. bit scrappy at points, but I think his passing's been good. And Frimpong's very high, so I think we've gone to a sort of a style of a 4-2-4 kind of thing. Leoni and Endo through the middle, Bradley at right back. Chiesa's dropping quite deep, so maybe he's in the free. I don't know. I'm a bit baffled, I won't lie. Frimpong's playing almost as a right winger, so yeah, Chiesa's gone centrally. Frimpong right wing, Ekitike striker, and Rio is left wing. But then where's Chiesa and all this? Is he? That's a ball through the middle there. Ekitike's picked it up well. Got a tackle though. Jones 7 out of 10. I think 7 out of 10 is fair for him today. He's not set the ground like the earth on fire. He's not done anything amazing, but I think he's done his role. He's distributed the ball well, hold up play. He's found space in between. Yeah, I think Jones has had a good game. Nothing too offensive, nothing too groundbreaking, but that's fine. You don't need that every time. And Southampton are keeping hold of the ball well. Endo, oh, God. Some tackles. Looks to be calm as involved with the position swapping. Yeah. It does. Chiesa drifting into that central attacking role, which is nice. It's another position you can use him in. Southampton shoot and it's blocked. It's another position you can use him in if you absolutely need to. He's a very versatile player as is. Win that. Yeah, he's got that. Mama Dashvili. Mama. Mm-hmm. It's slowed right down now. It was going to, I think, in the second half. Things just seem completely different when Ekitike is on the pitch as opposed to Isak. Bradley's gone well inverted here, high up the pitch. He's gone to like a back three, which it suits Leoni. He played that a lot during his time at Parma. He would go into a back three on very, very occasionally. Leoni's done well there. He's done very well to get that out to Gomez. And it's Wrexham 1, Reading 0. I think it might be Wrexham 2 now. Oh my God. What a win. Oh, that's a great header. Jeez. I'm so cringy when I react to things. But Wrexham 2, Reading 0, apparently. I'm sure Rob McElhenney is very happy with that. And Engamo's got the ball here. He's got someone to take on. Just have a go. Have a go if you need to. No, he's done brilliantly there to find Frimpong. TK, oh. Bit too intricate there. Could he have not carried on out wide? TK, I don't really know. Or look, he had space to work with out wide. I know it hasn't been good enough, but these players haven't had any game time together with youngsters mixed in as well. No, I'm completely agree. This is a team that's thrown together, held together by tape and string. There's a couple of debutants, including a big in the back line, which is always hard to do. You've got Engamo at hardly any game time. Trainioni, I think this is his first appearance for us this season. Isak's still getting up to fitness. This was always going to be a difficult game, even if history's on our side in this competition against Southampton, so to speak, even if it's a relegated championship side who are 19th. These matches are never easy. Endo's very high, and it's gone to Ekitike, and that's a shot, and I think it's offside. Yeah, Chiesa miles off. Miles off. Did you see Owen's on Liverpool Legends calendar? What month is he? April, probably. An April Fool's joke, that. I get it. Look, the Owen hate, people can just make of it what they will. That's, it is what it is. Maybe the Owen hate at this point, maybe it just needs moving on now. It's been a long time. He was incredible for us during those early years. He was Mbappe before Mbappe was Mbappe. And even then, he was a higher level. So Owen was smashing for us. Anyone old enough to remember how good he was. Mbappe had nothing on Owen. I know he was hated, but man, that Heskey-Owen partnership was something else. Look, it was before I started watching. I started in 2004. And I've gone back and watched the Owen clips. Mesmerizing stuff. And like that Heskey's first season for us, so many people forget just how good he was. And Owen was a big, big part of that. And he was a recipient of it as well. So yeah, I get the hatred for going United. I get all the comments and stuff and blah, blah, blah. But in terms of his ability and what he delivered for us, he can't be cast out completely from Liverpool's history. He's a big part of it. He took over from Robbie Fowler seamlessly. So, is what it is. Frimpong given to Bradley. Those two have a nice little interchange going on here. Taro Endo. All sorts of weird. Bradley has drifted that wide to right wing now. Ekitike and Chiesa are playing through the middle. It is like that PSG. It's the 4-2-4 formation with the occasional Chiesa dropping deep. And like there's a good switch of play from them. There's a lot of fluidity. I grew up during that period. It was grim as Liverpool fan. United won everything. Watched the clips from 2001. I've seen them. I've seen them all. I'm a Liverpool history swat, and it's an obsession at this point. So anything from that time I've seen. Like Owen's clips were unbelievable. A hat-trick against Newcastle. He was unreal as a player. We got his best years. He's just a dick. Yeah. I don't hate him, but I don't think he's a Liverpool legend considering you only have 11 players on the calendar. I get that. That's, but it's a space on a calendar. He's won a Ballon d'Or. I don't think he's particularly arsed about a placement on a calendar, to be honest. That's a great tackle from Leoni there. He's done well to throw himself about. I'm surprised by how deep Leoni's actually been. I thought he was going to play very high up the pitch, but he's dropping down to a double pivot role. Suits him very well, it seems. Very good on the ball. I mean, he played centre-back for us in pre-season, so... 2001 UEFA Cup final goal. He scored his first-time curl to the back post. Top corner was unreal. The famous yellow and navy kit. And yeah, the cup final against Arsenal as well. Won us that match single-handedly. So, good play. It's Frimpong. Can he keep it in? Yeah, he does actually. Oh my God, he's done amazing there. Good ball in. To no one. Chiesa's got it. Just shoot. You don't have to. What is this obsession with people? They don't just taking the touch and trying to beat. Just shoot. Just fucking shoot first time. You don't need to touch and try and go round people. Just pass the ball. Just get it to it. Just shoot. Oh, it's unnecessary. Verts did it. Isak did it a few games ago. Just shoot sometimes. The ball is there to be hit. Don't need to try and beat people. Stop trying to make everything so intricate. Just kick the ball in that position, hit it on your right foot, and it's going to go in. Fucking pointless. Draw tomorrow. Who do you want in the draw? Whoever's easiest, really. It's a bit of a simple answer, but I'd love... Wrexham would be a good one. I'd enjoy playing Wrexham. I know it's not an easy one, so to speak, but whatever team's lower down so we can rotate, keep the fitness up. Heskey was underrated too. He scored a lot of goals for us. He did. In that first season in particular, man, he was big part of that season. Scored some great goals. Scored a wonderful one against Wigan. Ingamo was there picking it up against number 38. I'm going to number the Southampton players because I haven't a clue for some of it. Go back to 2015, I can tell you every player in that squad. Bradley's gone inverted to midfield here. Frimpong keeping the width out wide, stretching the Southampton back four. We've done well there to win the ball onto shot, and it's just wide. Ekitike. Credit to him for having the shot, though, for actually taking an effort. Isak on the bench there. I'm not sure if it's injured. I've got no sound, so I couldn't tell you. Let's see, was he actually limping? Oh, that finish. I mean, he's moving fine for the celebration. And he's fine in that sort of weird jog run thing. I want a mid-tough draw to test those players. I don't. I want to win the cup. I want the easiest team. Give me Lincoln. Or give me Death. I will have whatever you want. Anyone from League Two. I don't even know all the teams that are in this. I need to really look it up. I'm sort of basing it off of what's... I know Port Vale play Arsenal, but that's probably not going to happen. And then Huddersfield are playing City. The Toffees are business as usual. 1-0 down to Wolves. They are... Oh, that's big. 1995. That record's not looking like it's going to get broken. Big old traditionalists. 30-year anniversary of that. Good ball out here to Rio. And Endo's done great there to get stuck in. Block the pass. This is what I mean about Endo. He's just great at his position and getting close to a man. He doesn't give them a second on the ball. That's all you need from him. I don't need a defined number 6 deep line playmaker. I just want a brick who's going to clatter people and just get in the way of the ball. Throw yourself around. And Rio, fancy feet there. He's been able to beat a man. He's actually won the foul as well in a very, very good position here. Get Robbo on this. Is that Chiesa taking it? Leoni in the box of all people as well. And that's a good ball in. And, ooh, they've cleared that. Carl saying Endo was better this half. He has been better. It wasn't a particularly high ceiling to match from that first half, but he's done the business so far. To be a great team, we need individuals that are great at their own roles, not great individuals. You end up like Madrid then. Yeah, I get that. 2013-14, Suarez, great individual. Ooh. TK. He's done well to get on the end of that. Ran from well deep to win that ball. Good effort there from Ekitike. It was left as well. Could he have hit it on his right? Possibly. Perhaps a bit of a struggle. Southampton, lots of space, and there's Leoni's composure though. Leoni's composure there. I understand that players were offside, but he didn't know that. He could have huffed it, could have got away with it. He ran with it, allowed it to bounce in front of him, passed it back to Mamardashvili. Did well there. Is it straight to penalties if it's a draw after 90 minutes? It is in the League Cup now. They don't do extra time or replays or any of that bollocks. It just goes straight to penalties, done and dusted, which is a good thing. I don't think we need any sort of faff. Extra time is pointless in this competition. Just go straight to penalties, be done with it. That's a risky play. And we've given that away to Southampton poorly from Mamardashvili's pass, and that's out wide. And Leoni again, went across the box, but again, positionally, can't fault Leoni here. Done a great job. Arn says, loving this high press, reminiscent of Klopp's heavy metal football. It is. Up top in particular, there's a lot of pressing. But we are leaving ourselves quite exposed. That throw-in should not be getting to that position. And we're losing every second ball. We're clearing it and there's no one there to receive it. But Endo's done brilliantly there. Bradley. Ooh. This is what I mean. It's the passing. We're wayward. We just keep giving it away. And as soon as we're giving it away, we're straight on the counter-attack. We've got like open space here, particularly out wide. Endo's dropping into the middle. They're not getting a lot of look through there, but going out wide, we're very exposed. And I think this is where Frimpong, being a right back, being pushed to right winger, needs to drop deeper. And he needs to be helping Bradley in those situations, not leaving him to it and leaving him isolated. He should be coming back and actually helping him. Carthy's found himself on playing. Endo getting stuck in. God, I love Endo so much. I just love that number 6, that style. I just, like, call me a nostalgia merchant, whatever, but I just love a monster in the centre. And he's in the way again. He's had a great half so far, Endo. He's done really, really well. Leoni there having a bit of a stretch. That's a bit of a concern. Bit of a limp going on from him. Maybe he'll come off, but he goes off. We're looking at a very young back line. Because will Leoni go to back line, or will it be someone different? He might be okay. It looked like he had a bit of a squat, a bit of a stretch, trying to pull something out or stretch something out, should I say? It says a lot that people are saying how good the referee is, and this is how shambolic decision making's been from referees recently, where we have to go, "Ooh, the referees had a good game recently," as opposed to the referees had a bad game because they shouldn't be coming that frequently. That's Chiesa throwing himself at people again. Just chill. Don't need to launch yourself around the way you are. I'm all for it. I'm fine with people lashing themselves in, but just take a moment. And Jaden Danns is coming on. Chiesa or Ngamoa? Maybe Ngamoa coming off for Jaden Danns. Ekitike gets pushed out wide onto the left. That'd be a good idea. Test that theory. Can't see Dan's going out wide. He's not got the ability for it, I don't think. Bradley's done great on the turn there. And that's a good ball over the top to Ekitike. Give it. No. No one to give the ball to. Endo's found Frimpong. And that's a great ball, but it's met by McCarthy. So the play into the middle from Bradley and Frimpong's looking good. Let's score 2 so we can win this 3-2. No, thank you. No, thank you. Dan's is a decent prospect. He should have got a loan to the Championship. Yeah. I think he is just a cup competition player because we don't want to use Isak and Ekitike too much. Ngamoa going off for Jaden Danns. So is Ekitike going to go out wide? Dan's through the middle? I can't see Dan's going out wide, surely. Surely not. Yeah, he was on loan at Sunderland. Dan's, wasn't he? He just got injured a lot. Didn't work out for him. Was he on loan at Plymouth at one point as well, if I'm remembering that right? I'm sure he went to Plymouth for one stage. And again, just injuries. I think that was when Rooney was there, actually. He went to Plymouth and then came back and then went to Sunderland and got injured. Ngamoa, decent half. Didn't do a great deal. Beat a few men, which is good. Made space, stretched the play up top, but not an exceptional. But again, we need to taper our expectations. That's given away by Gomez again. Why? He's recovered it, though. He's done well. Gomez again. He's just given the ball away so poorly. Going to have a lot to say with him on the post-match discussion, which me and Jack are doing at 10 p.m, the late night live. And apparently it's Wolves 2. Everton 0. I'm all for that. Rio wasn't great today, to be fair. Yeah. Completely agree with that. Rio wasn't great. But, again, 17 years old. What do we expect? Southampton have a corner here. That's a bending corner. And Endo's giving that away. And why is he giving that away in that position? Is he offside? Surely he's offside. I think that's... Oh, that is woeful. And Endo as well, after we've just been saying how good he's been, and he gives it away there. Fucking mug. That is awful. Is that offside? No, he's on as well. He's playing Bradley, playing everyone in the squad on side. That's the end. What is the plan? That can't be. I don't. What is the header? What's he doing? I'm. What is the header? Am I missing something? Is there a player there that I didn't see who's tried to head that ball back to? Because that's what is... Why did he... What? Ducking at it from it like he's under fire. Why did he, like... He's twisted and knocked it back. Why? Oh, why are you doing that? After we were literally saying Endo's had a great second half, and then he ducks like he's getting shot at, and he heads the ball straight back to... Why has he gone that way? Why has he twisted his neck and knocked it down? Just get rid of it. Just a mistimed jump. Yeah, but you mistimed the jump, but why do you turn your whole body and bend your head down like that? What's that got to do with anything? Just head it forwards. Oh, and TK nearly scored. He's got to be scoring that, surely. Oh, that's. Oh, he's got to be scoring that. That's a great chance. Carl said it's a good chance. That's a great chance. He should be scoring that. Can we just no seriously? Look, I'm not gonna jump on the Slate Endo train because he's had a good second half. He had a decent first half, but there's no reason if the ball's coming at you that you should be ducking like that to head it that way. What is this? And that's straight through. And Gomez is slow as a turtle. Come on now. It's all right. We'll get a winner in the 93rd minute. I can't be doing that again, though. I'm done, done with it. I can't hack it. 28 and I feel like I'm 70. I can't be dealing with it. Disaster class from Endo tonight, to be honest. Badge should be ahead of him when fit. Badger-Titch isn't going to go look into this team under slot, I don't think. It's not been a disaster class from Endo. I think up until that point, he was having a great second half. And even in the first half, I don't think he was bad. I think he was a bit poor. Leoni looks injured as well. Oh, it's just going from bad to worse. What's he... Oh, the wheels have fell off here. Is it because he dived in? Because his hands went straight up as soon as he went down. And that normally means like you felt something, or it's a shame. He's had a great game, Leoni. Say what you want about that goal or what have you, but he's done brilliantly there. Kirkes coming on. So what's that going to be? Bradley drop back. Bradley into the back, in centre back maybe. No, sorry, Robertson centre back. Kirkes left back. I don't know what I'm thinking. My head's up my arse at the moment. It's a shame to see that because he's had a brilliant game here, Leoni. Like there's no. And just like that, we've gone from having 3 centre backs. We've gone from having 4 options at centre back to 3. And our third choice is Gomez, who is not going to stay fit. Oh, that's heartbreaking. That's really, really heartbreaking. I feel so sorry for Leoni because he's had a brilliant half. He's had a brilliant game and he's gone off like that and he threw himself. I had flashbacks to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Winning that. We have Robbo and Endo as potential centre backs too. We do, but I mean out and out centre backs, the people who are meant to be in that position, not a makeshift left back turned centre back and a midfielder turned centre back. Like we're a bit light in our midfield department and we don't have much depth beyond our starting 11 at the moment. No, we do. If you think about like we've got Jones on the bench, McAllister's been on the bench recently. You know, it's not a vast amount of depth, but there is depth there. This isn't like when we won the league and our depth was like Naby Keita, for example, and an injured Oxlade-Chamberlain. Southampton put a ball in. He's done well there to get rid of it. And we've got the ball here. Jaden Dans, that's a great ball. Oh, what a tackle. And TK's tried to just lash it into the box. Take your time with it, and you can pick someone out with that. I have faith in Slot. He'll find a solution. I'm not doubting Slot. My worry is just the numbers. I'm more just concerned for Leoni because that was if it's hamstring, like you say, he's going to be out for a good number of weeks, and that's so heartbreaking to see because he's had an outstanding match, debut at Anfield. Young lad suffering that kind of injury. It's just worrying. It's really, really worrying. And it's because he's gone in for the tackle. He's committed to it. He's just slid off the pitch and immediately his hands went up. That's a worry. 76th minute to 90 plus minutes. Liverpool have conceded 5 goals in all competitions. Southampton have scored 7 in those minutes. So, yeah, I can't do penalties. Why can't people head today? Why are we heading the ball into just stupid backwards like what is going on? And the Southampton straight away from 1 goal kicker on the counter attack. With as makeshift the back line as we can possibly imagine. Left back playing centre back. 2 right backs on the pitch. Oh, crime. That's the ball over the ticket. That is no, not a chance. It's heavier than the Titanic, that of booting her up the pitch. People suggesting Gahey in January. We're not going to rush panic. I think we should. We should have signed Gahey when we had the chance. We half-arsed it, and look what happened. And now Leoni's injured. The player who we signed to fill that void being left by Quanta, now he's injured. And your third choice is Gomez, who is also injury-prone. And based on today, has had a shocking game and is now your third choice centre-back. Like if we're playing Arsenal again or City or, Tottenham the way they're playing at the moment, are you trusting Gomez in that back four if there's no Konate or Van Dijk? Because I'm not. Say what you want, he's been for us a long time and he's a good player on his day, but basing it off this performance, I'm not too reliant on him as our third choice centre-back. We should have paid the money for Gahey what they wanted. This could scupper everything, like you say, Gomez, once they fit down to 2. Exactly. So, big concern. Frimpong here, out wide. And Ekitike as well. Ekitike's hugging that last man. Like he's proper close to him. So I don't know if he's trying to play off the shoulder, if he's trying to find any sort of space in behind. That's over the top. Oh my God, we've got 2 of the best strikers in fucking Europe. And he's now off the pitch because he's just taken off his shirt. Oh my God. Oh, what are you doing that for? Oh no. That's oh, you thick fuck. Are you taking the piss? What? I've never gone from so happy to so heartbroken in such an instant. He's just scored. Chiesa with two assists as well. Oh, mate, you're taking the piss. You're taking the piss. Both strikers, Isak scores, and then Ekitike scores, and then Ekitike takes off his kit to celebrate, and he's already had a yellow, so he's just got himself sent off. Mate, forget the heavy fine. He needs to be getting a smack. You can't be fucking doing that. Worth it? Fucking no, it's not. Why has he done that? The silly twat. Oh, mate, he's just. Why is he doing that? I'm so happy, but I'm just so stressed at the same time. Why has he done that? Mate, I'm not giving him too much stick because he scored again. He's scoring for fun at the minute, but he's just. I guarantee there's people in the crowd who are celebrating. Yeah, fucking have it. Just scored. No, stop. Christ on a bike. Look, I get it. The emotion, it is what it is. The match clock stopped, by the way, Jack, just in case there's a bit of a concern. It stopped about 9 minutes ago, apparently. Didn't even realise, so do apologise. If you get banned in the League Cup, does that count towards the Premier League as well? I'm not sure exactly. Endo Gets rid of the ball, holds up well there, Gomez, and he gets rid of it. Well done. Oh, my head's gone. I genuinely, I've never had such a contrasting range of emotions in such a split second the way I just did. I was cheering, celebrating, and then all of a sudden it's, fuck me, why have you done that? Fake, man. And I'm not giving him genuine stick. Like, I'm not calling him fake in the sense of, oh, you daft. Like, you know, we just scored. I don't care. Like, jump into the crowd, steal a dog or something. I don't know. I don't care. But just taking off the shirt to getting a second yellow. And you know what? The first yellow was a daft one as well. What a thick player. But I don't care because he's scoring. Mate, you can be thick as mints. If he's scoring goals like that, I don't care. Do not care. If he's winning those games, I couldn't give a single solitary care. Oh, I'm perplexed. I am absolutely perplexed that has just happened. Like, my head is just gone. The fact that he gets his first yellow for whacking the ball away, and then he gets a second because he scores and takes his kit off. I cannot recall an instance where something like that has happened. I've seen players get yellows, but fucking right, down to 10 men. Got to grind it out. It's another grind for a Liverpool match. It wouldn't be a season match this campaign without doing one. It's another late game which we've got to grind out now. Enough of this. Enough. I can't. It's a League Cup against Southampton. Why does every game have to be such a struggle? I'm trying to play it out from the back here. It's not working. Southampton are intercepting everything. They've got full reason to as well. Look at the moment. They've literally, there's 8 players up the pitch for Southampton. Sixth match in a row, we scored the winner after the 85th minute. Yeah, it is. I didn't even click. Didn't even click that. I was too busy watching a player get sent off for that reason. And those gone down a bit here. Don't be another injury. But to all the people who were going to sit there saying, Carabao Cup, League Cup, you know, it's a farce. Mate, there's been drama, there's been goals, there's been intensity, there's been controversy, there's been everything you'd want in a Carabao Cup match. And this is just the first leg of it. Like, this is the first round for us. Mate, absolutely mental. We are approaching the 90th minute now. And that's a ball across, and it's saved by McCarthy. It's a save, so to speak. 6 minutes of our time. Oh, Liverpool only get 3 minutes. No, we don't. Frimpong's been put on his arse, well and truly that. Can't we smash someone? Watch, it'll probably be Chelsea we smash. I'm not even banking money on who we're going to smash, to be honest. We can get Lincoln in the next round, and we'll probably struggle against them the way we're going. And I'm not saying it in a negative way. Look, champions do this. Liverpool do this. We've won more matches in the Premier League from late winners and scored more late winners than any other side in the division's history. It's not what champions do per se. It's what Liverpool do. But game after game after game after game, it's not sustainable. We've got to get back to that basic of just blowing teams away, getting ahead. No worries, rotate, rest. Because we had this last season. We had matches where we just dominated them. We were miles ahead and we were able to rotate and relax players and rest them. Chiesa with a shot there. And rest them. But you can't do that this season when every single game we're chasing and every single game we're grinding and every single game we're looking for a late winner. You have to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. You can't rest players when you're doing that. And that's my worry, is burnout is going to be such a big factor as the season goes on. Southampton ball in the middle. Great tackle from Leoni, though. This game will be remembered for all the wrong reasons. Fuck, who's getting a yellow card now? What for? Oh, it's them. Okay, that's fine. I'm not bothered. No, it's egotistical and self-centered, mate. He knew he'd get sent off. So to him making sure people know his name is more important than us defending a lead with 11 men madness. I think he genuinely forgot about the yellow card. I think he's either forgot about the yellow card or he's forgot about the rule for taking off your kit. Which, can someone explain, what is the issue with taking off your kit? I don't, it doesn't ask me personally, but Like, can people just get a grip on what's a yellow card and what's not? Quick free kick there from Southampton in their back four. No yellow card for that. Would Ekitike have done that if Isak hadn't scored for it? Look, people are reading into this too much. He took his kit off to celebrate. We've seen players do it time and time again. It's not, it's not a competition between him and Isak in that sense. I hope to God he did forget me. I think he has. There's no way that he's done that knowing you get sent off. If you're that desperate for people to know your name, take the kit off afterwards and walk around Anfield parading the thing. I don't care. But don't take off the kit if you know you're going to get sent off. Someone's just messaged in our group saying, so happy Chiesa stayed. Mate, he's had a great game in the second half. First half, fine, got the assist for Isak, but beyond that, he didn't do a great deal. This second half, he's been an outlet. He's come central. He's come deep to win the ball back. He's made space. He's provided for us. He's been playing in between the defensive and midfield lines. He's done a great job in this match. And Southampton have shot, and that's a great fucking tackle that by Gomez. He's done a brilliant job there, Joe Gomez. And that's that experience. That's what we want from Joe Gomez. That's that experience coming out, positionally brilliant, gave himself enough time to win the ball back, stretch him for it with no fear for what could have happened there. That's what you want. Outstanding. What was Ekitike thinking? I don't think he was, mate. I really don't think he was. And Cannon Fodder says he's so pissed at Isak. How much of an idiot do you have to be to do that? Short-term emotion, whatever have you. My worry is that he's done it on purpose. I doubt he has. Surely you can't be that self-inflated to do that. He's not. He's just scored as the winner. Can we take that perspective that yes, he's got sent off, but he's just scored what could potentially be the winner of this match. So there's a big opportunity here. Jaden Dan's what? Chiesa again running with the ball. And remember, if you want to get all your discussions and thoughts in about all this, make sure you tune into the 10 o'clock stream. 10 o'clock stream at me and Jack. We're doing the late night live straight after this. So if you stay on the Anfield Index YouTube page, go to the next stream. Me and Jack are going to be talking about all the highlights from this match, all the discussions. Let us know your thoughts. Intentional? Did he forget? Blah, blah, blah. We'll talk about XTK in great detail because I suppose we have to. But yeah. Ladbong says, come on, has no one ever let emotions get the best of them? Mate, I'd have took my shirt off. I'd have forgot my name if I'd have scored at Anfield in that minute. Like, fucking too right. Mate, honestly, if I'd have scored that goal, I'd have forgot how to breathe. I'd have been a puddle on the floor. Like, if I would have absolutely forgot that I was on a yellow card and I would have took my shirt off. I would have went ape on that. So, and Mamardashvili winning it in the air, and I think that's going to do it. I'm a few seconds behind, so. And that's it. Whew. Round of 16, Carabao Cup. Next up for Liverpool, we've scraped it there against Southampton. 2-1, down to 10 men in the last few seconds. Ekitike is going to get a smack from Arne Slot in that dressing room, and he needs to. Someone said good win. Carl said good win. It is in terms of the result, but in terms of some of the bigger context, which we're going to discuss on the Late Night Live following this, there's some negatives to it as well, which we're going to get into. But the overall, it's another win for Liverpool. It's another late win for Liverpool. Big moments for Chiesa, who was fantastic here today. I thought he did a great job. Leoni, brilliant debut from him. Obviously got the injury, which is horrific to see, but we're going to see what goes on with that as things develop. Isak gets his first Liverpool goal. Ekitike gets another goal, but gets sent off for being an utter what have you, taking his shirt off. That is going to do it for me on this stream. If you tune in literally 5 minutes, Anfield Index, it's me and Jack doing another live stream discussing the match. I'm with you right then and there. Thank you guys so very much for watching. It's Liverpool 2, Southampton 1, Carabao Cup. And I appreciate you letting me talk for the past 2.5 hours. I've really enjoyed it. So yeah, stick around.